criticized and take criticism and dishing it out. I don't know. Some of these people, it's almost startling to me that they take like what I'm saying, and you know, as I stated before, you know, we're just two guys goofing on a show in a sense, but man, it's taken serious. It's taken serious, Chaz. I'm telling you.
Yeah, people take it very serious for some reason, Joe. And we're just like you said, we're just sitting there. Well, I don't mean to say repeat yourself again, but we did lose connection for about 20 seconds to a minute. Very unfortunate. Hold on just a second, because I think what you were saying was very important. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we are back officially now. But yeah, as you were saying, sorry, we did lose connection there for just a little bit, but we are back. It is one of those things where we're just sitting there and we're talking, and this is what Joe was just explaining as we were down for a second. We get on here, we're unprepared, we may have topics, but we talk about a bunch of stuff, we say a lot of names, we ramble, we almost a private therapy session, but it's live in a way, you know, in a weird way.
I don't know what I said was cut off, but I'm just saying, you know, me and you are just kind of running our mouth, and we're just doing this for hours on end, and we don't have a script, and we don't plan this out, and we don't map this out, and I don't know where it's going to go, and I don't know what I'm going to say, and, you know, I just start talking like we're just in the room together, and I think a lot of what I'm saying, a lot of people are saying in private, but this is not private, and I have to be more careful when I connect dots on things that I don't know are facts, and I just kind of say things, and I'm just surprised at how serious. Is this more of a comedy show? We're not doing a documentary.
Well, I do register the show as a comedy, Joe. I do when I put category on the show, I do put it under a comedy labeling.
Yeah, it's not a documentary. I don't think. We almost ought to have a disclaimer when I come on. What the guest is saying is not. It's not 100% fact-checked true.
Oh, I mean, I say all the time I'm sitting here lying and none of this is a fact. And, I mean, we say this all the time. I do, at least.
But, well, I'm not.
The thing is, Joe, is it is just like comedy. Some of the most honest people in the world are the comics, you know? I mean, George Carlin really just got on a stage and made fun of the truth. You know, but really all he did was just sit there and talk about the truth, and people liked it. And I think it's true. Well, we settle in that weird area of truth-telling and joking, but it's not a joke because it's just the truth, and it resonates with people because it's the truth, and it offends people because it's the truth, you know, and they're not necessarily benefiting.
I've said things that people have corrected me on. I just didn't. It never occurred to me that what I'm saying is that important or that serious to rile people up.
Well, but you did have a guy come to the shop last year to assault you. I mean, that may have been a sign. I mean, Joe.
Well, you've had people call you about me.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I haven't. Yeah. Actually, I have. Yeah.
So I'm just. I guess the word reassessing what we're actually doing here.
We're changing the world, Joe. So
I'm just fighting for fairness.
Nobody does that, Joe.
What?
The one thing that is lacking in motorsports is advocacy. Nobody is speaking up. They're being paid to shut their fucking mouth. They're being paid to fall in line. They're being paid to be quiet about this, or they don't want to hurt their friends' feelings, or they don't want their buddy to look like a slut whore. You know, they're all not saying anything that's going to make a difference because they're all paid off to say something differently, you know, or to ignore. So, I mean, I think when you get to guys like, I would say, me and you, who are about fairness and righteousness and equality, that rubs these fuckers who have paid or played or manipulated this racing society into conformity, that pisses them off to the next level, you know.
Well, I don't know. I just didn't realize two knuckleheads rambling is, I don't know if it's just this unusual that people aren't used to hearing this, or it's a strange culture that I'm not. It's foreign to me.
Well, Joe, I mean, and even in your right, you're being offended as well, but or may feel like you know, some people are viewing you in this way or what we're saying in this way. Fuck, dude. I mean, I got Kenny Wallace talking to Michael Rigsby, head of Flow, calling me mean and shit talking me. And if people were to compare me and you, I think at least the West Coaster would be saying, you know, Joe's the mean one. You know, it's like, back to what you're saying. It's crazy just sitting here saying what you think can be viewed in such a way. You know.
Well, all I can think is that the world is more insecure than I understand.
Right.
I don't think anybody could say anything about me. They could outright lie about me, and I would just laugh it off because I'm secure in myself and I know the truth. And someone would say something. I think it was funny.
Well, and that's why it goes back to the truth is the problem for these people.
Well, I think there's, yeah. I mean, I can't analyze everybody else. It just has. I don't even know what it's done to me. It's made me. Well, there's more thought. I mean, when I would go on Jeremy's show or your show, I would just. I put really no thought into what I was saying. I was just saying it.
Well, now, me and Jeremy's shows are a little different now. But after this many appearances, like, I don't know how many of your viewers are new viewers, like are they hearing me for the first time, or how many have heard me, because I've been on this show like many times. I don't know. You're a character. We have took the slanderous comment of "you're the broke Joe guy" that Cole Macedo and these people made fun of you in Snapchat groups. And we've turned it into this character that bothers them, and they can't even sleep at night, Joe.
Well, what's funny about the Broke Joe name is, you know, these West Coast.
I explained it earlier. On the West Coast. I explained it earlier. Yeah.
Oh, but I just want to put my spin on it. Is that, you know, Justin is kind of in the group, even though I think he's the old man in the group. But he was kind of apprehensive to tell me that they call me Broke Joe. He goes, you know, they have a name for you. I go, yeah, and, you know, I don't know. You know, Broke Joe, and I go, that's about the greatest name I could invent.
It was great. We ran with it.
It's so insulting that I loved it.
Well, and here's what they really don't like, Joe. With our ability, and I would say a little bit of my ability, to take what you say and think, and take that name that they used to spit on you for, like, it's almost like a Jesus thing. It's a hero archetype in the way. We've took the broke Joe, and literally we've took the broke Joe and made it bigger than all of them. Because what these rich people do in these little kitty kids in their cars, they're all out there trying to buy status. I talked about this earlier. The rich man wants to buy status. Other people have to earn it. I have to earn it. I have to do stuff to earn it. The rich man likes to buy status, buy the big house, buy the big car, buy the big something that's going to make them a somebody. They buy that somebodyness. You know, and the minute they lose their money and all their materialism, they're a nobody. You know, and we took this fucking label they gave you, this derogatory term of Broke Joe, and we gave you status that they can't even touch right now. They can't even get close to Broke Joe's status. You're a household fucking... People are wearing your shirts. They're a fucking nobody in their rich fucking holler, begging for someone to know them as much as they know you. So this is why I love it, because I love fucking being a smart ass to these fucking cunts.
But I never saw it as derogatory. When you told me, hey, they call you Broke Joe, I go, I couldn't have come up with a better name.
Well, I couldn't have either.
And then I've had friends of mine say to me, "You're not broke. Why are they calling you Broke Joe?" There's people come to me like they're mad that I was named that, and I go, "Man, I think it's great."
That's your stage name. If you go into comedy like you're going to, that's your stage name, Broke Joe.
Yeah, maybe so. I've been writing. I think I got my first 4-minute routine down.
Oh no, we're not going into it. Don't.
Yeah. Well, there's a comedy club here, and the first Wednesday of every month is open mic night, and hopefully the next month I'm going to go. I want to go check it out. I want to see. I got to take a lay of the land. You know, I got to see
right.
Then I'll have a different opinion of it once I see what everybody's doing.
Well, but in the entertainment industry, Joe, it's almost like when you're born into the world. You don't name yourself; the world names you. Like with the Chaz, for instance. My first deal, I called the channel or the page on Facebook was called Dirt Track State of Mind. And I just got on there and ran my fucking mouth and said this about racing and that about racing. And then all of a sudden, people in the comments were saying, hell yeah, the Chaz, long live the Chaz, because they knew my name. I was saying my name is Chaz. So this whole, the Chaz and long live the Chaz was a name given to me by people watching. You know, this is how that started. You know, so just like that, with the Chaz in the name, the stage, or the performer name, I guess, the same thing has applied here with the Broke Joe. It was given to you.
Yeah. It was genius.
It is. And like I say, I'm only saying I like it, and that it was derogatory, because they're trying to mean it derogatory, Joe. No matter if you took it derogatory or not, they're using it as a way to shame. They're giving a shameful label in that moment.
But that's a compliment to me.
Well, and the biggest compliment is where you can take the shameful label of this Broke Joe nobody guy and make it bigger than all the money in the world they could even think of buying. That is just the best fuck you the world's ever seen.
It's better than Sleepy Joe.
It is better than Sleepy Joe, yes.
Yeah, I couldn't have come up with a better name if I tried.
Right. So I mean, yeah, people are watching too. You know, Cole Macedo and Drew, they watch you all the time. They said they laugh at all your jokes. I sent the snap. Hold on. I sent this because Drew Warner wanted to come on the show, because I was like, if y'all disagree, you fucking come on here. Joe says all the time, if you don't agree with him, come on the show and tell me how he's wrong, okay? So I told him, I said that. Because Cole watches my stuff. He snaps me periodically. This morning I woke up after putting the Jim Allen show out, and I got text messages or Snapchats from people saying, I was fucking there, not associated with you, Joe, not associated with anybody, and this is all over this show point still, not associated with anybody on your side or the Macedo side, probably in the cartel somewhere, but because they're an influential figure over there. And they said, I was there on the back straightaway, and that is absolutely not how that shit fucking went down. You know, on the description that Jim Allen provided of what happened and how it went down. They said that was 100% false. Another source said, it's crazy how people think they can lie when what they said was in a public setting. It was just insane to see the reaction to his, I guess you would call it, a day on the stand. What would you call it? I said the word earlier. What is it? A testimony. His testimony to what happened, you know.
Well, I try to come on with video evidence. I'm not going to come on and just talk.
Well, but you didn't have any video evidence on what happens with this cartel and all this stuff in the Mosquito Tarleton.
But since the meeting, since the Cali Dirt video of the meeting was not going to be shown with the Jim Allen appearance, I just didn't feel it had credibility with me. I mean, he wasn't coming with proof.
Right. But he was coming with the testimony from the presidential perspective of what happened, and his testimony is what he was coming with.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I didn't listen. I was busy, but I just thought if they're not going to be transparent to the utmost, then...
Well, he said in the interview that he didn't ask Cali Dirt to remove the driver's meeting. He asked Cali Dirt to remove the fire instance, and I guess this is what he said: if that video with the fire also had the driver's meeting, then that he didn't ask him to remove the driver's meeting. He just asked to remove the fire part of the whole instance.
Can you?
So if you know Cali Dirt, if you want to text Cali Dirt and say, hey, you could send him the show. It's in there somewhere. I could timestamp it. I don't have it in front of me. I could go find it real quick, but it's only an hour long. And I believe this happens within the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the show. You could send Cali Dirt the interview and see where he says he didn't ask him to remove the driver's meeting, and Cali Dirt can post the driver's meeting up and just leave the wreck out.
Well, I just put thought into fairness, and what I came up with was I thought all the teams that were there that night, I'm not sure how many it was, 20 to 22 or whatever. I would, if it was me, I would have let them vote whether we go no points, full points, or half points, and let everyone vote in anonymity, and the majority is what we're doing. That's what I would have done.
Well, in his explanation, he said that there is a contract with the promoters of the event that 15 laps is considered a full race. And since they did not get to that 15 lap mark, it was not considered a full race. The payout was up to the promoter's discretion to pay full or not. And since they had only got to lap 13, I believe was the lap, unlucky in racing, that is the promoter decided to pay the full purse, but the decision on show points or not was based on that 15 lap mark that was not reached. That's in the promoter and the racing agreement or something along those lines.
But they gave Tanner Holmes a full win.
Did they give him win points?
He gets a credit for a King of the West win on his resume.
But he didn't get win points. I mean, I obviously, once again, when this
No, but there's 30 things. He has a win. He's considered a winner. They gave him the trophy, and he has it one King of the West win attached to his name.
Correct.
So
there's a lot of what the fuck question marks here, Joe.
Well, and I pointed out that the Outlaw race went 10 laps and they gave full points.
Yes. Yes, you did.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure the confusion. I don't. Explain to me again what you said that somebody said it wasn't a full. Who said it wasn't a full race?
Jim Allen said in our show that there is a agreement with the race promoters, or there's a contract with the promoters of the race, that 15 laps is considered a full race. I'm assuming this has to do with the rain out or anything of the sorts.
What does that have to do with the King of the West club?
Well, I'm assuming that also has to do with points in some aspect, too.
No, but you're assuming that. I'm not assuming that. I don't see.
Well, that's how he explained it. Since they didn't get to a full 15 lap of race completion, he awarded show points instead because they didn't get to a completed race mark, which is based, which in his explanation.
And I know what he's saying, but I'm just saying he could have given full points. There's no loss here. There's no. I'm talking about the King of the West rules.
Well, he is saying at the end of the day,
what does some promoter's rule have to do with the King of the West rules?
This is the big gray what the fuck area. And like I said, the person who messaged me at 7 a.m. this morning with Snapchat saying they were there. This isn't how it happened. Also put in there just another night that Cole Macedo gets bailed out. You know, they were on your side, Joe. And this is somebody. And this is what I said to open the show today. I was like, apparently, who enjoyed this Jim Allen show? But we got like 6 fucking people here not siding with Joe, but leaning towards the Joe side of this conspiracy that it's being laid upon out. So you're not alone in this way of thinking. You are back to what you just got through explaining. We are saying stuff that people are saying, and this saying behind closed doors, and this is what goes back to being maybe a comic, whatever, a speaker. A speaker's number one job in a comic, a truth teller comic's number one job, is to say what people think but are afraid to say in public. You know, and it sounds like in this scenario with NARC and West Coast and Cole Macedo's and cartels, that there's a lot of people that think how you're thinking, Joe. They're just scared to say it because of that power structure that's out there. That cartel power that can do a lot of whatever, can do what the intimidation that the cartel, and that's why it's a good name, the cartel, because that's how cartels and mafias and operations like that work. They work in an intimidation factor to keep you in line, to not speak up, to not act a certain way. You know, so it you know, going to sleep last night, I'm like, well, hell, Joe's in trouble. Waking up till about noon today, I was like, well, holy shit. Joe is Joe is the right one here. I can't wait to get on my next live and say it. I mean, multiple sources, and not just California, Joe, across the country sources on this about the bullshit that he was saying.
Well, like I can only state it over and over. I'm just looking for fairness. I'm not. The fact that I do. It seems like like any racing group, we're basically just concentrating on the front runners. So there's a half dozen cars in the front, like with most series. And
Joe, I have to stop you right now. There is a guy in the comments who just named himself or created an account. He has renamed himself Regular Joe. So there is a broke Joe and a regular Joe now. So I just want you to know this. Continue.
Is there a rich Joe?
Somebody is about to create. We're about to have a Joe takeover.
Rich Joe.
Is there a homeless Joe?
I think when they put that in the same category as broke, you know, lives out of the shop or whatever they say, you know.
Overworked Joe? Not misunderstood Joe?
Somebody just said blow Joe.
That's a good one. Blow Joe's a good one. Can we make Blow Joe shirts?
Yeah, I mean, we can make Blow Joe shirts. Would you like me to put a NARC logo on one side and then a big black penis on the other?
Jerk off Joe?
I could put little raindrops. I could put like a Tanner Thorson, or I could put like a Tanner Holmes face with one teardrop, like a gangster for the win that he never earned. You know, I'm just saying.
You know, you should have known. I should have known this would be trouble when I put that Long Live the Chaz on my wing cap.
You should have.
And we ran on the podium of an Outlaws show.
Yes, it was the Chaz versus the Outlaws with Justin Sanders. That was the best year ever.
And he threw the race away because Justin jumped. He was on the pole the heat race. He was second quick, and he was on the pole the second heat in the Outlaw format. And you take 2 in the dash, and all he had to do was run around first or second, make this. And Justin jumped by 20 feet. He jumped by 20 feet. He threw the whole night away.
Dude, you don't understand how much fucking hype we had that year. That was like the world was watching.
But Justin threw the whole win away. Then he started the main ninth and he drove to third. He was closing on the leader by less than a second. If he'd have started in the front two rows, he probably would have won that night.
Do you remember when you put the little holograms in the Chaz eyes?
Oh yeah, that was part of it. Yeah.
That was beautiful. Who all remembers that? I could pull that car up. It was awesome. We took over the sprint car world.
That was the last race. You ended my career as fast as Callum's.
Oh my God. I did talk to him today, but
what's he doing?
He's enjoying the holiday. Apparently they got into cahoots with somebody in PA and they're gonna bring their own stuff next year and
try to. We got a Blow Joe and a Rich Joe.
There is a Rich Joe that is joining the chat. Oh my God. But yeah, Joe, the Chaz versus the Chaz and Justin Sanders versus the Outlaws and Larson. Because if you remember at that point, the Outlaws is all about sucking Larson's dick. You know, they were all Larson. And
he was there, I think, didn't he spin out in his heat or something? And he started the main.
Yeah, somehow.
Like 6th or 7th or something.
Somehow wearing watches. Even as he's high limit, wearing watches, you know, who cares? We were the bad guys for that as well.
We got a broke back Joe.
Oh my God! No, no.
Yeah, a broke back Joe.
Shit,
Blue pill Joe.
Blue pill. I thought that was Blue Chill or Blue Chew. Where's Blue? We need a Blue Chew Joe. The Blue Chew Joe. All right, here we go. We got the car right here. There it is. The Justin Sanders. They use this in the World of Outlaws for their marketing. They use this clip. That's where I got that from.
Did they not? They didn't notice the sticker probably.
Oh, they did. They knew this was big, dude. The Outlaws were paying attention. This was a big deal. This was like there it is. The eyes. You can see the eye twinkle.
That looks like a picture from Chico.
It is from Chico. They used it in the Silver Dollar promotion last year. I saw it. I was like, fuck, I got to screenshot that.
Look at down at the bottom left of the top wing. That's a Sprint Car Unlimited sticker.
It is. Jeremy Elliott's along for the fucking ride.
Yeah.
That was it. Look at that fucking eye twinkle. That fucking holograms on the eyes was perfect.
Long as the Chaz. Wing caps.
We could still get them made, but I don't know. After that happened and it lost, I felt like it was bad luck. I was like, fuck.
You mean we ran third at the Outlaw Show? We lost by less than... You know, we were closing on the leaders. He had a chance on the last lap, but he didn't... He felt he kind of made
What year was that? What year was this? 2019.
19.
So it would have been the 2019 Gold Cup, right?
That picture was, but with the race we're talking about, the Placerville was after that.
So 2019 Placerville is what you want me to look up?
What do you mean look up?
Oh, we're gonna watch it now.
The highlights?
Sugar Daddy
the highlights?
Yes.
Golovic won because...
First of all, Joe, it's Golovic, but anyway.
What happened was Carson Macedo, I think, got distracted because a guy went off turn 3 and came on in turn 4, and he hesitated, and Shane slid him. And Justin, I thought Carson on the last lap was going to slide Shane in 2, but he kind of limped out.
So this is this is Joe Von Schrilt's race car, ladies and gentlemen. It is starting in the 8th position with the Long Live the Chaz holograph eyes. It's so beautiful.
I thought he started 9th. I'm kind of confused. I think that might have been a restart, and they count that. It seemed like he started 9th because he wasn't in the dash.
How about that shit, though? Craig Kinzer running 3rd.
Not for long.
No, oh, Justin's up to 6th.
Oh, bitches. See, Brad lost the cylinder.
Okay.
Brad's leading and he loses the cylinder. That 2-car Shane Stewart? Is that in the 2 cars?
Yeah, I believe it is. Nope, Macedo's in it. That's right.
Oh, okay, yeah, Macedo.
So Golobic. It is what it is.
Yeah, you're right. Macedo, you're right. Macedo's in the 2 car. Yeah, Brad's gonna have his motor go south, but
Carson Macedo.
Yeah, we don't-
I feel like we gotta make that discrepancy.
yeah, we do now, I guess. This is 5 years ago.
Placerville is a really good racetrack, Joe. It really is. Every time somebody asks me, you know, what's your favorite racetrack? What's your favorite racetrack? I get the question all the time. Even in Australia, and I was like, do you mean racetrack as far as like racing? And I always say Placerville. I really do.
This was the strange thing is this race was 40 laps. The previous 2 years, they used to call it the Gold Rush 49. It was 49 laps, and I felt if it was 49 laps, we'd have won.
Yeah, so this is where y'all actually get within striking distance. Here comes the Long Live the Chaz. You can see the eyes glistening. Look at the eyes glisten. Did you see that, Sean? The eyes are glistening. They are twinkling. Well, and Sanders had been waxing some ass at Placerville this year too, right? This is when he first started driving the 4SA, I believe.
Yeah, about that time. Look at here. There's 3 laps to go. Now, see, Macedo trips on the cushion. See, I'm not sure if you're ahead of me a little bit. You know,
I'm coming off the back straightaway with 2 to go into 3 right now.
Okay, watch. There's going to be a car come off. He's going to hesitate. Watch. Right? Did you see the car come back on the track?
Yeah.
Rewind that a little bit.
Yeah, he hesitates. He thinks there's going to be a wreck.
Well, Tanner Kerr comes off the track. Watch if you can pause it. Right.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I see. I'm recording it. You can't see, but I'm replaying it.
See that gave Golovic the open. It was a perfect move by Shane, but it was just fate that car did that.
Yeah, but you see, Justin didn't rail the cushion like he had been because of that.
No, Justin's right there. I'm not sure where you're at, but watch. Justin felt he ran 1 and 2 wrong. He goes, you know what? I should have ripped the top in 1 and 2. He floated the middle on the last lap. He goes, I could have got them both. If Justin goes to the middle, right? If he stayed on the top, he would have dove under Macedo.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd have got Shane.
He would have been close, but it would have been the only way to maybe win the race. If he would have ripped the lip, if he would have ripped the lip and diamond through the wet off of 2. You know, because there's a lot of grip down there still off of 2 and down the back straightaway. You might have had a chance, but yeah, second guessing. You know, you always think of the ones you lost, not the ones you won.
But had this had 9 more laps to it, because look how close he gets. Look how close the finish actually is, where the cars are at the flag stand. I mean, they're in a line. That was one of our disappointments.
And didn't we come close to winning the prelim?
Prelim where?
At Gold Cup. Didn't we finish second?
Not that year.
I think so. I think it was the Long Live the Chaz year.
No. I went to the Gold Cup the final night. He crashed out.
Yes, but I believe it was the prelim night.
You know what happened? You know, that might have been the race. There was a race. He started 9th or 10th, and he actually got into second.
I think it was second, yeah.
But then a yellow came out. Golovic got him at the line by a foot, and then a yellow came out, and then I think he faded to 6th. But there was a race where he looked like he was going to win it if it went nonstop. It was an unbelievable drive. Someone said, "Let it go, Joe." Gary Nardoni. I'll never let it go. I remember every race. No, it's not this one.
Are you sure?
This is early in the year. He picks this up. He goes off the track on this restart, and he gets hit by Pittman. He screwed this race up. This. If you go back earlier in the race, look how close he was getting in this one. But
wow.
Driver error is this one. Look, where's he? What position is he in? passing everybody. But he flubbed the restart. This was the first race of 19, yeah.
Reload it.
What position is he in?
Let's see. Let's try to find
third.
this
He's
wreck.
third.
Yeah, he was up there, but he
Which one
fell
you
back,
looking for?
like you said. There we go.
Well, he went off the track.
This is the prelim right here, is it not?
Is this the one where he gets up to
This
second?
is the
and
Long
where
Live
he's
the
at? Like,
Chaz. This is the Long Live the Chaz on the wing. I believe this is the Gold Cup
look at-
prelim.
well, he's sixth right there. I mean, the 121 pretty much every time went forward, even in outlaw shows.
Look at it. Look at that Long Live the Chaz put it on the Outlaw's ass. I remember this. This was gold, man. People were watching across the country on this.
Look at that unpainted wing. Okay, watch where position he gets into. He starts rolling up on the lead. Is Brad Pittman gravel sweep?
And this is Marks. Oh, he falls back. Maybe this is... This is not the Gold Cup, I don't believe, though. I believe this is the prelim.
It is.
But I believe this is the prelim. I don't believe this is the final night.
Yeah, I don't have it all written down in front of me. Someone asked what engine. You know what's unusual?
Oh,
This is a
no,
good
there,
question.
it is the broke front end night, Joe. I found the, so then it had to be September
That's the
6th.
Yeah, it had to be the night before. This is a good question. Someone asked me, what engine did I run? You ready for this, Chaz? The motor in that yellow car was the rider I bought for Hodnett to run the winter heat. And Justin has that same engine in tonight for the Dirt Cup.
No.
Yeah, Demo, it was the last thing I sold, motor, and Demo bought that from me. And Justin, they ran it with Max. And Justin ran it this year and won 2 out of 3 King of the West, and he says it's the best motor I've ever run. I'm saving it for the Dirt Cup High Limit and Outlaws. So he put that motor in tonight. That's the Ryder 283 headed. Look at this.
This is it. This is where we come through the fucking field on him right here. This was prelim.
I thought he was going to win this night. I thought this was a win. Watch this.
The Chaz and Joe came after the Outlaws and fucking Larson this night, buddy. They had no fucking chance. No fucking chance.
Okay, we're 7th. We're 7th. You're right. This was another major disappointment. It always
Of course it is for you, Joe. You fuck.
I thought we were going to win.
I'm going to get Jim Allen to call in right now.
Well, I'll hang up. He didn't have a car on the track doing what this was doing. Watch this race.
Oh, I know. Out of nowhere. Here he comes.
No, he's in. We're not sure what place he's in. It's Golovic and Sweet for the lead. Okay, no, Kading's leading. Madsen. Okay, we're 5th. We're 5th. That's pretty good racing. Okay, we're 5th. When are we going to show up on the screen?
Eventually.
Someone asked if local builder. No, Ryder's from Pennsylvania.
So I guess Sweet and Golovic just had a really good race going here.
Yeah, but we know who's coming up behind him.
Oh, the Long Live the Chaz holographic eyes are eyeing their fucking 2nd and 3rd place. So look at him. He's tracking them down. Here we go. Put it on Selzy.
I don't think that's Sully Ian Matson, I think.
Kading was in the Jason Sides cart this time.
Yeah, he's leading.
Well, we're a little ahead of you right now, but...
Okay, Sweet took the lead over Tim, and we're sitting...
And we're coming.
We're going to get Golovic.
Oh, we're going to get Golovic. Look at that.
That's for 3rd. This pass on Tim
Here
is
comes
for
the
2nd.
Chaz. There it is. There it is. The Chaz coming.
That's 2nd. Look how close he is to Brad Sweet. Look where Brad Sweet is.
Wait, you're saying this is where the
let me cut it
mistakes
off.
started getting made.
No, a yellow comes out. Yeah, see, Golovic gets him by a foot at the line here, and a yellow comes when we don't need it. And then the car, for some reason, on the restart was never...
Oilfield was driving the country time car. That wasn't Austin McCarl. That was Oilfield, right? Kyle Oilfield?
I'm not sure. I don't remember Kyle Oilfield running Outlaw Mange. Okay, we're fourth, and then he drops back. It's never the same.
Yeah, it's never the same. Tire sealed over.
I don't know. I don't know what the... I just don't know. I don't remember,
but that was it. That was it. The Chaz and Justin saying, dude, I got so many calls and texts. Justin's the real fucking deal. Hell yeah, you know. It was such a big deal nationally, this race. Just that little peak of performance, you know. Not necessarily, you know, the finish, but that peak of coming through the field and going up into second. You know, I got so many real deal texts and things like that from that moment, you know, because I mean, we put a big spotlight on him, you know, that year. So,
but the real, it was really disappointing. The real disappointment was finishing second at the Gold Cup, coughing up the lead, 2013.
Which one?
No. 2017 Outlaw Gold Cup.
And he was in the 121.
Yeah. In the end, Chaz, it was all, in a sense, it all turned into unfinished business. You know, we didn't do what we set out to do. You know,
we do have 2 to go. I don't know. This Maverick race is pretty big here. Before we get into your race, the Maverick race is here at the end. They got the 1 to go. It is Emerson Axum back, which I think Emerson Axum's pretty good personally. Battling with Ayrton Jennington. Emerson just closed the door. There's a flip on the last lap.
Oh, Hickle.
J.J. Hickle, your best friend, Joe. And Brady Bacon go upside down in 3 and 4. So there is a red flag with 1 to go. Top 5, Axum, Jennington, somehow still in a sprint car, Wyndham. Parker Price Miller and Brenham Crouch. But anyways, all right, we're pushing play on this video. You're leading at this point. Right off the get-go, y'all was out front?
We started on the front row. I thought we could close the deal on this. But it's racing. He made a mistake. He got impatient.
He's gone. What the fuck happened?
Messed us up in lap traffic.
Well, and let me show you something, Joe. The sprint car racing's come a long way. I think, even since 2017, even to 2019, but especially to today, you look at the amount of mistakes by some of these drivers on this first lap, you don't get away with that today anymore. You make mistakes like I just watched that 83, that's B-main shit these days. This shit don't fly no more. Even something as recent as 2017 is somewhat archaic in the performance department, in my opinion. Look at that. That's not a main status anymore. You can't slip up out of grooves anymore. You get destroyed. Are you still there, Joe?
Yeah.
You're not crying over me playing this video, are you? I mean, I didn't mean to bring up.
It's painful. It's painful. I've watched it enough.
And is this before or after Shane Stewart destroys your car?
This is the year before. There's kind of.
Oh, he swats at it though. Wow, he swatted at it.
He made that one mistake. He tried to go around Brent Marks. That was it. We never.
And this is back when Brent Marks was Justin Sanders' lap car bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Times have changed. There's Donnie. He got chopped in the infield by Jonathan Allard.
And Sal Dana's in the 17, right?
Yeah. This is where I needed... No, it's Jack Hodenshield.
Oh, Jack's in
Jack
the car.
drove it this year. This is where I was just hoping for some just lucky luck. Can the guy get a flat? Can the mag break? Can the radiator get a hole? Can it get a flat? Can we just get lucky?
Does he get back around Shane?
No. Shane wins Gold Cup.
So he never, after that pass, it's over.
Yeah. Shane stayed on the bottom. He's professional. Justin would have stayed on the bottom the whole race. He'd have probably won, but Justin, made a mistake that cost us.
Is that really all the highlights there, Joe? That's it? We're just gonna watch Shane Stewart parade around the bottom to the win? Or?
But look at that. If Robbie Price hits that infield tire and gets sideways in front of Shane. What?
Yeah, I know. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I see it. Hold on. Right there.
Look how close. Move it back.
I'm looking.
Robbie Price got to that infield tire.
Just popped right up into
Look at that infield tire. Look at. Right there. How close was Robbie Price to that first infield tire?
And that's Robbie Price, for those who don't know it, in 2017. But
yeah, look at it right there. I think he's less than a foot. If Robbie just could have clipped that tire and
popped him
across in front of him. Look at the CJD car right in front of Robbie Price.
Yeah, who's in it? Gravel? The gravel?
I don't know.
I think it is gravel. He did the bright orange year, I believe.
But look at Robbie Price. I go, and Robbie got a little sideways and half in the infield. He could have hooked the left rear and kind of just made a erratic move out in front of. Oh man, I was hoping, I was dreaming. See, you know what would have been.
Hold on, we're gonna analyze this again. Brent Marks. This is the Brent Marks, right?
Sure. Justin gets impatient. He should stay behind Brent Marks. He tries to. He should never have done that move.
Well, you gotta admit, you can't go where they are. You don't want to get stuck behind them. I mean, I get why he tried it.
Yeah, but he got impatient. It was inexperience. He didn't, because Marks was running at a good enough pace. You couldn't go around him. It was a mistake.
And that did it.
Yeah. Well, let me bring up a story on this, because I always have a story. This is the 2017 Gold Cup, obviously on the screen there. The very first sprint car race I ever went to, me and my dad. I used to go to quarter midgets, so then I went to midget races, and people said, you got to see sprint cars, I grew up we were in Santa Clara. The Gold Cup was in Sacramento. It was 1977. The very first sprint car race I saw was the 1977 Gold Cup at West Capitol, won by Gary Patterson, driving for Clyde Lamar. And this would have been a perfect 40-year bookend. That 40 years later, a 19-year-old kid who went to his first sprint car race could have been the car owner winning.
Okay, hold on, Joe, real quick. I don't want to ruin your story. They did just restart on this race. Jennington just passed Emerson Axum coming to the white flag. Emerson just drove back around him in 1 and 2. Coming to the checkered, he threw Jennington with the slider, Emerson with the crossover. Emerson wins. That was a good last lap.
Yeah, it was.
40 years, Joe. I don't want to ruin you had it going. Beginning, middle, and end. I understand. So 44.
Well, did you hear my whole story?
Yes, I do, but I didn't want to, it is called Watch Along tonight, so I don't want to ruin it all, but Emerson Axum just did a great job. Congrats. I don't know how Chris Windham got third anyways. 40 years on the dot. This was since your first race to this race.
It was the very first sprint car race I went to in 1977 at West Capitol. I was 19. I had just finished. I ended my baseball career, and I was going to go race. And I went to my first sprint car race at West Capitol in 1977. Sat in the stands, and that would have been 40 years later. I could have been the winning car owner.
And Shane Stewart fucking right rear crashes your shit.
That was a year later.
Well, and mentally here.
Well, we gave it to him. I mean, are these drivers hurt? It looks like these guys might be hurt.
Yeah, this we just flipped back over to Super Dirt Cup.
Oh shit.
That's not Tyler Thompson, is it?
I think it is.
Because I know he drives a 7. Or he did when I was out there. The ambulance has arrived to the scene. They have pulled the camera off the scene. B main.
I pulled back to see the wreck. Track's really up on the wall. I wonder if they're going to rework it and the sun goes down.
Don't be thinking like that, Joe.
Like
hey, don't be a Drew Warner, all right? We don't even know if the guy's all right. We're worried about the top groove.
Yeah, it's Tyler Thompson.
He was the leader of the B.
But it looked like there was another car when they panned the camera down.
There is another car.
There is another car, apparently. Was it?
It's confusing.
So this was it, Joe. The one that got away. When you go, if
oh yeah.
If you woke up, if you go to sleep tonight, and you start having a heart attack in the middle of the night, and it's the end. This race will flash before your eyes.
Yeah. It does. Well, because
is this?
Even last time I was on this.
Go ahead.
Last time I was on your show, there was 007 was saying, "Well, how many national wins does Sanders have?" And this.
Is this why it was getting to you?
Win that night? No, not getting to me. It's a fair question. I'm just saying. Is like would that one win have changed? You talked about how one win changes can change the perception. All we needed was Robbie Price to help us out.
You could have gone that too. You could have, if you would have had him a watch, you could have buzzed him, like Kyle, and just told him to, we need you to hold this guy up, hit the brakes or something.
Well, once again, though, talking about has Sanders won a national race, I think that year we ran 2 outlaw races. And then the next year we ran like 4 or 5. I mean, it's not like if they were here, if the outlaws came here and ran Watsonville, Placerville, Chico, Antioch, Marysville, and we had a dozen shots, especially in that car, I think, you never know, but it seems like the odds we'd have got to win somewhere eventually.
So what you're telling me is you need Ricky Sanders to drive your car to a win now. Because Justin's...
Well, he's retired. Retired.
Ricky's retired?
Yeah.
Wow. Smart decision probably, right?
I don't know. I can't speak for you.
Well, but you can't get Justin back in the 121. I'm assuming that's the only driver you'd want to put in it.
You never know what the future's going to hold.
Oh, shit. Are you about to go into Rocky mode?
I've been in and out of the sport, Chaz, for... My first race was May 24th, 1964, okay? I've been in it, out of it, in it, out of it, in it, out of it so many times that you would have to think at some point I'll be back in it, even though at this point there's no plan to be back in it, but history would show you that I usually want to get back in it. I don't know what circumstances, I don't know anything about it, but...
Well, you better hope Jim Allen ain't the competition director, fuck. That'd be bad.
You think I would ever... You think so?
It could be fun.
Someone said, broke Doge... This is good. Did you ever go to San Jose Speedway? I'm assuming that guy's talking about the paved track that used to be on, was it on Tully Road? It was by the airport. Get this. When I was 19, well, I could tell stories, Chaz, we could go forever. I was still playing baseball. I was not happy with how it was going. But my dad said, hey, there's a USAC midget race, a national USAC midget race at the paved San Jose Speedway. This is 1977. Okay. I hadn't went to my dad always stayed involved with racing, even though I quit quarter midgets when I was 11. So now I'm 19, but my dad always stayed connected with racing, and he had friends in racing. And he said, "Hey, let's go to the races, National Midget Race, San Jose Paved." I said, "Okay, I got nothing to do." So I sat in the stands, backstretch, and there were all these famous guys there, like I just remember Pancho Carter. I remember Pancho Carter because he had like poncho on the side. He had a white helmet with poncho on the side, and like Mel Kenyon and one of the Bentonhausens, and I think Johnny Parsons. You know, guys that run the Indy 500. Indy 500 racers were running USAC National Midgets at San Jose, and I'm sitting there, and during the night I'm sitting there with my dad, and I said, why am I fighting this baseball thing? My dad likes racing. We knew car owners like out there. Lenny Gonzel had a car out there, and I'd driven his quarter midget. Ray Bassell had a car out there. We knew the Bassells from quarter midgets. So then why don't I go into something where it seems like I have a foot in the door?
If you only knew what you knew now, huh? I mean,
I kind of decided that I was done with baseball, and me and my dad, he got involved. We had my dad had a machine shop, and there was a shop next to his, and this guy named Eduardo Graciosi was putting together a Fiat, and they had a dirt road course inside Baylands Raceway Park. And he said, you know, if your dad and me build a car together, you can run it at the paved speedway, the Fiat, and I can run it at the paved dirt. So that's what we did. And I think I ran 2 or 3 races in 1977 on pavement in a Fiat. Believe that?
I mean, I have to believe it. You told me. So if you were Jim Allen, I would call bullshit.
So this guy asked me, someone said, "Joe, did you race with wooden wheels?"
Only wooden teeth, you know.
It does seem that long ago. It's incredible to think how much time has passed, and I would claim, if I go out and race, to be the last driver who's ever driven on the San Jose Speedway still racing, but Art McCarthy still goes out and races, and he's older than me, and Art ran on the Speedway some, so.
Yeah, and that's when the 121 will return to Outlaw Victory Lane is with you driving it, right? That's the plan?
No, I don't think the plan is to be the 121. I have a new number in mind.
Oh, God. You're going to bury the 121?
Well, I try for originality, and Caden Steele has taken the 121, and I've moved forward, and I came up with a new number, Chaz. But I hate to announce it because someone might steal it.
Well, I feel like this is your opening act for the comedy show, so that's my worry.
No, I have different material, but could anybody? No one could possibly guess my number.
Well, if you say it right now, we'll have evidence that you said it first, and we can play it to anyone who tries to take it. You know.
Okay, you want to hear my number?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No guess? Who's in the background?
Okay. Can we guess?
Sure.
Is it? Okay, but I want a stipulation.
Well, first let me say this. You know, when Brian Clausen came out here and ran his first wing race in my second car, he was the 121 and a half.
Yeah, Brian Clausen ran the 121, right?
No, 121 and a half.
Oh, God. Was it a 0.5 or an actual a measurement?
Oh, you want me to send you the video of him being interviewed?
No. Was it a 0.5 or the actual measurement? I know that Brian Clausen ran your car. I'm asking when you say and a half.
No, he's standing next to the car. He'll point to the number for you. He'll show you what it was.
I mean, you could send it, but I'm asking you. I don't need proof. I believe you. I think I've seen the pictures.
But once again, I like coming in with video proof. I don't want to just talk. Your audience expects more.
Whatever, Macedo. By the way, Tyler Thompson did get out, walk away. He seems perfectly fine. So.
Okay, can I email you a video?
You can email a video if you want. Okay, here's what we got guesses in here. The first person said 666. I'm guessing he's associated with Jim Allen and the NARC cartel. So I will guess, but I want to know, is it 3? I need to know the amount of digits. That's all I want to know. Is it a 1, 2, 3-digit number, 4-digit number? I mean, that's possible.
Okay, just first. No, that's where it's a trick question. It's
but that's where you're not going to trick me.
Been done.
You're not tricking me, fucker.
It's 2 digits, but there's a special add-on that's never been done in racing.
Oh my god! Why do I feel like why do I feel like you're going to go negative 121 or something?
No. Check the video I sent you. And
check the email, huh? Check the proof. Check the BlackBerry.
He points at the number. Look at the number. He laughs and he points at the number. He's standing next to the car.
Sorry, I'm looking at Broke Joe t-shirts. Man, I took so much time. I went into detail on your design I did with the dollar earlier to show off your design. It is beautiful. Did you get to read every little detail?
Sure, I bought like 7 of them.
Well, but did you read it? Oh God, here we go. Brian Clausen.
Sure. Oh look. Show Clausen pointing at the number.
We're getting there. Brian Clausen with your car. This is Arizona? Or no, this is California. Taco Bravo.
Watsonville.
This is Brian Clausen with the 121 team at Watsonville. And Jovan Schriltz. Do you want me to give volume? I mean, do you want me to give volume? Shane Golobic just wrecked. You should be jizzing in your pants right now. Do you want me to give volume?
No. You don't have. People can look at that later if they want. But look at. He'll point at. Look at Brian. Look how much fun he's having. He was a character.
Does he point to the? Does he point to the number? Here?
Sure. Yeah, he will.
I don't see it.
He'll go right up to the wing. Don't worry. It's there. Did you go buy it already? Did you?
No, I pushed. I clicked the video. He has it. I'm trying to. Oh wait, he does it at the very beginning. Here we go.
Yeah, the very beginning.
Oh my God, Joe!
Come on, is that original?
And he's wearing a TSR hat.
He was driving Tony's non-link car.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the period. So it was an actual measurement. So Brian Clausen driving the 121.5 car. 2011.
Yeah.
So this was when you bought the motor, right? For Hodnett or no?
Which motor? No, the Hodnett I bought in December of 15 for the January 16 winter heat.
That sounds more right. So what was you rolling with here? I don't know if that's a question to even care about. But.
I had a Shark. I had 236. I had a Shark and I had a Charlie Fisher.
So how did he do this night? I know you are over here talking about.
He started 18th and he got to 6th. He had 5th and he messed up on the next to last lap and Bud got him. He ran. This was the greatest field in Ocean sprint history for a local race. The main event rundown was Ronnie Day, Corey's dad, Justin Sanders, Shane Golobic, Evan Suggs, Bud Kading, Brian Clausen, Kyle Larson, Tim Kading, Rico, and Tommy Carlton, something like that.
So that's back when Rico just started.
It was Rico's first year.
So he was in the 89?
Correct.
Okay. For Kading.
I don't see. I'm looking at the. I like the 60.5. See, Lloyd. This is a good thing. This Lloyd with the 60.5. This is. We kind of did something. Me and Justin went and ran a race at Stockton, and we phonied up a car. I made my car number 60. And the motor blew up in hot laps, so we never went back with that idea.
So what?
We were going to say
Never mind. It just, I just can't
We were
believe.
gonna say the
Sorry,
car-
I'm just taken back. You know, Brian Clausen and Greg Hodnett drove your car, and those are two of the most prominent people that have passed away in racing. That's weird.
Yeah.
You know.
It is to me.
Yeah, it's got to be a creepy aspect for you, for sure.
Well, Brian was friends with the Golovics. They were good friends. They grew up together, and they were friends. And I met Brian once a few years earlier at Tulare, just talking to him. And then when he came here, how many times I've told the story on
well, Golovic, you have won an outlaw race as a car owner.
Yeah.
Shane, what was that one? Shane Golovic won an outlaw race at Antioch, right? What year was that?
13.
You need a plug in?
Yeah, you got one, yeah.
Hold on, we're bringing this up first. They didn't even have a real replay, or did they? September race, or no?
Which race?
The Antioch.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay, you have a email.
I just sent you it'll show the last. Actually, I haven't sent it yet. You know, another thing too is when I'm on the show, I spend a lot of time talking about myself, and that seems to rub people the wrong way.
No, it doesn't. Fuck them.
You're just tooting your own horn, and you're saying how great you were, and I hear that stuff, and I go, well,
Do you not?
I don't know what to say. I'm on the show. I mean, what do you want me to do? They get mad if I talk about them because I'm wrong, and then I
shut
talk
the
about
fuck
myself,
up.
and they say,
Fuck those guys.
I'm going back to see how did Golovic crash. Did he just go in the wall on his own?
Why is she
He was
mad?
starting second.
Hold on, we got an issue. Somebody's upset that we're not just doing what they tell us.
I want to know his number.
You're fine. They all want to know your number. Can we get that out of the way, and then I guess we can talk, I guess. I don't know if that's the rules we're being forced to do, but...
Okay, wait. Let me just watch this Golovic crash because I just want to see what happened, and then I'll. We've given enough time for the number, and no one has.
Yeah, no
it's
one
too
else
original,
cares,
Chaz.
but we're forced.
It's the original thinking that in the history of the sport, hey, Golovic's throwing the cushion here. Okay, what's going to happen? Dominic Gordon going for the lead. Justin works with the Gordon kid a lot.
Yeah, they got a lot of money. I'm sure he does. But regardless, we're looking at the victory here.
Oh, okay. Let me go back to your show. Put it around on the computer here.
So the 121 does have an outlaw win.
I got a win. I got a second. I got 2/3. I got 15 top 10s.
And this seemed to be a popular win here at Antioch. People are hyped up about this. Of course, you beat the Outlaws.
There was a, I can't remember the fellow's name. It was a stock car driver. God, I don't know his name. I can't. He drove for Bill McAnally in the, I don't even know what they call it, the different classes. The stuff Shane went into.
K&N West.
Same stock car stuff. Yeah, he was like the house driver, McAnally, and he said, I didn't think that car would win because it didn't look like a car that could win because it had no stickers on it. Because it looked like someone just pieced something together. It didn't look like a true. Okay. You want my number?
Well, the person who... Hey, hold on. Where did she go?
What?
They want... Okay, can we guess the number? You got to tell us the digits. Hold on. What? How many digits? Just give us the digits.
Well, it's 2 digits, but there's an add-on.
Okay.
What makes it original?
What is the number? We have the person who wants to know.
Okay, you ready? 11 squared.
Oh my god. Oh my.
11 squared.
Is that a Steve Kinzer reference?
No, 11 squared is 121.
Oh my god. This is what's wrong with white people in society, especially those in California.
11 squared. I want to hear Johnny Gibson say, in the 11 squared.
So it's ego for you, Joe. Typical racing person. Ego.
No, it's how I get. It's fun for me. Who's gonna come out with the 11 squared?
Broke Joe.
What you need to do is come out with an 11 pie as well, like just a piece of pie.
Well, but 11 squared equals 121, Chaz. Don't you see
I get the mathematics that no white man can understand. Yes.
Instead of a big 1 and a little 2 in 1, it's a big 1, and a little 2, and it's 11 squared, and it's 121. It's
the commenter said it, Joe. What a nerd. They're calling you a nerd
and
now.
He'll be the first guy buying a shirt.
Who's going to be the driver of the 11 square?
We don't know.
I have a feeling it's Joe Von Trilt.
Chaz Thompson.
There's no.
Somebody
no
just said
predicting.
Chaz. I ain't driving his shit. He don't want to win races. I drive by Larson. Larson knows it. That's why he calls me a good race car driver.
It's a tall order.
Okay. Hold on, Joe. In a dream scenario, but a nightmare to the system.
Yeah.
If the Chaz was to get into the 11 square and win an outlaw race, that would fucking blow the world in half. In a dream scenario. I said
you know
dream.
what my dream team is.
Well, your
You know
dream
my
team
dream
is
team,
Brian Clausen and Greg Hodnett. That's the scary part, fuck.
No, that's my gone team. This Greg Hodnett, I'm telling you, if the phone calls with him would have been on the show, it would have been as good as you can get. Because he had the sense of humor. He was a wise guy. He'd done it all. He knew everybody. He had the stories. It was always a treat when he called, really. Not that we talked that often, maybe every 3 or 4 months, a couple times a year, maybe, something. We weren't buddies, but it was always random. But it was always a fun thing.
Well, Joe, can I move into the shop? I think I just got kicked out.
Well, we're waiting for the main event.
I know, but after that, I got to pack up and leave.
What do you mean?
I'm just fucking with everybody. Do you think I'm losing my money
we're not
tonight?
going late. I'm going to bed. When the main event ends, I'm going to bed.
Now, do you think I'm losing my money tonight?
Well, these main events, I think they invert 16 cars. Has anyone seen the lineup yet?
Oh my God! I guess Mark Besaw might want to see that lineup. I got $20 on Corey Day versus the field, Joe.
Oh, I got the lineup. You want it?
Okay, let's hear it. Yes.
Front row, Willie Croft, Colby Thornhill.
Oh, there's a wreck.
First, row 2, Justin Youngquist, Justin Cox.
That's probably your winner.
No, the next row, Corey Day, Devin Borden.
Ooh. Devin Borden, honestly, Joe, Devin Borden should win this race. Should.
No, he won't.
But
they invert 16.
how is Corey Day fifth, Joe?
Because he qualified so bad. He qualified was in that second row, so at least 16 guys out qualified him. He was probably 18th quick, just off the top of my head.
Yeah, because he fucking put the nozzles on and fucking backed off the throttle. Fucking bastard.
Yeah, but that will hurt him on the Saturday night. I think they lock in a certain number after the first match points, but after, okay, the fourth, let's see, then it's Jesse Schlotfeld, Cole Macedo, fifth row, Robbie Price, Tanner Holmes, Justin Sanders, Zeb Wise, Eric Fisher, Hunter Schoenberg, and the top 2 point getters, Sowald and Starks.
Wow.
Yeah, they have the points here.
Wow.
They just inverted the top 16.
Wow. That's not good for Day, though. Or not good for me. That's good for Day. The only issue there is that it doesn't help Day, I guess, overall. But are they gonna let him? Are they gonna let him jump the first 2 rows before they take the green? That's what I'm worried about at this point.
Well, sure.
Why would you say this?
Did you not read the rule book?
Where is the rule book? There is no rules. They just make them up as they go, Joe.
It's kingofthewest.com.
But it's not called King of the West anymore. Did you get to... Dude, you got to hear that in the show. It's not called King of the West.
It's called NARC?
Yes. They got rid of King of the West. People just call it that. They're trying to kill it. Because there's Kings of Thunder and Kings of Wings, and they are trying to rebrand to NARC.
When did they do the change?
I mean, I was halfway confused when he was saying all this because I've been calling it King of the West, but yeah, from his explanation, their goal is to make it all NARC.
Northern Auto Racing Club. See, the confusion is when they first started the Northern Auto Racing Club. I'm guessing, so I don't want people mad at me. I don't know if it was in the 50s or the 60s. It was the Northern Auto Racing Club all the way up until 1986. It was about a 40-race series called the Northern Auto Racing Club. But inside the 40-race series, they had like 11 or 12 or 10 to 12 races they called the King of the West Challenge. It was like a subset of the 40. So they used to have 2 champions. Like the first 2 years, 86, 87, Steve Kent won that. And then there were years where Brent won the King of the West and NARC. And then when the schedule got cut down to like less than 20 races, it seemed like I'm just guessing again, the late 90s, early O's, they just called it King of the West.
Right. Well, I guess
And
that Jim Allen,
what-
Allen's been involved since like 88, I think you said, or 89. So.
But what's really, what I really hate is all the NARC wins don't show up on what is now called NARC. They should recalibrate. They just show King of the West wins. So, like if you go to the site and it says all-time winners, King of the West, you don't see Leroy Van Connet or Gary Patterson or Johnny Anderson or Randy Tyner or Hank Butcher or Ponzini, all the guys who raced in the 60s and 70s, Jimmy Boyd. It's called NARC again, but they're not including the guys who won the NARC races.
So
that's what I would ask you now. Why?
Who's the names at the top of the list because of that?
Well, Brent has like 80. Brent has 80 something.
Hold on, Joe, hold on. When I asked you that question, before you said anything, the Sean in the background, who doesn't really know much of anything at all, literally just shouted out the cartel. It's true.
Well, he's right.
It's true.
He's right.
Oh my God.
He's catching on. He's catching on. But my point is, it shows like
the status. They're buying the status. The manipulation of status.
But it shows like Brent the leader and like Tim is second. It's not showing Leroy Van Connet or Jimmy Boyd. And Brent has like 80 wins. He should have like 200 wins. They're not showing all the NARC wins, even though they're now calling it NARC. So someone's got to get on this we need Bobby Gerald hammered down USA.com to straighten it all out. They must have a career NARC winless somewhere. Where's Randy Boldrini? Where's Gary Patterson? Come on.
Well, I have that Bobby Gerald's in the media world, so media pays the bills one way.
Like, isn't it? Like, here's what's confusing. They'll have like a Gary Patterson tribute race. You with me on this, Chaz?
Yes.
NARC will have a Gary Patterson tribute race, and there might be some guys that go, well, who's Gary Patterson? And they look on the all-time NARC win list. His name's not even there. So why are they holding a tribute race for guys that never won a race?
That's true. Didn't he get injured or die in a wreck though?
Yeah, he died at Calistoga in '83. But I'm saying okay, Leroy Van Connet. They hold a race for Leroy Van Connet, and someone goes, well, let me see how many races he won, and you look and his name's not there. Because someone said it's been NARC for 40 years. I don't think it was NARC consecutive years. The NARC name went away for a while.
Hey, first of all, motherfucker, that is not somebody. That is Rich Joe. You respect him.
NARC is the WNBA of racing.
Oh, you doubled down. You said you went next level. You said NARC's the WNBA of racing.
Well, I'm reading a comment.
Where'd that comment go? Where does it say that? NARC is the WNBA.
The last guy, Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. Oh, NARC is the WNBA of dirt racing. Okay.
Well, who's Caitlin Clark?
Well, she's a man. That's who she is, Joe.
No, she's no Brittany Griner. Come on.
No. They change them at birth. It's the Julia Roberts thing.
Really?
Have you researched the Michael Jackson books?
No.
Oh, you need to go read some books, Joe.
I'm trying to think of the last book I read.
Have you seen Britney Spears with a man's cut? I'm just saying, Haley Deegan, put a mustache on her. I'm just saying, they changed them young. I'm kidding, Joe, but
look at the odds on Corey Day winning this race are 100%.
100.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a piss. Stay on the line, Joe. Sean, talk to Joe. He just pissed me off, literally. 100%, Joe.
I'm going to say no.
So what is Chaz's bet? Does he have a bet going?
$20.
What is his bet?
The field.
Oh, the field against Corey Day.
Yeah.
What? Well, I think Corey Day's going to have the lead by about lap 3.
He'll have the lead by lap 1, going into turn 1. He'll jump.
Wait, did he already lose money in the heat race and now he's doubling down?
No. I think the bet was just in the feature.
Someone said Day won't win. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's for the whole night?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, he's telling me the whole night.
Day has it in the bag.
I don't know. We're going to see if...
I'm trying to do... Justin Sanders is the Cameron Brink of sprint cars. Well, I'm impressed that someone on your message board knows who Cameron Brink is. I think that in itself shows progress to women's sports.
Well, they came out of the woodworks, Joe, because finally somebody called out Jim Allen and the cartel. You know, they're here. They're showing support.
Hey, Joe, my thoughts on Mike Sargent. Chaz, do you know who Mike Sargent is?
Joey Batts gave me a big old lesson of Mike Sargent. Yes, he was the man. He was the challenger, right?
Well, his father, Marshall Sargent, was a legend in the 50s and 60s and even into the 70s. Then he had two sons, Mark and Mike. And Mike was a champion on the pavement and a champion on. In fact, my first year on the dirt, '86 at San Jose, I believe Mike was the champion.
That goes to like the
So-
Pombos or whatever it is. What's the other one?
Yeah, the Pombos, Sargent, Kadings, Racinos, Vial, those are the big names. Mike, you know, it's something that when people talk about those old days like Sargent and
Pombo.
those kind of characters. Yeah, the Pombo. Well, Pombo was before my time. But the Pombo Sargent is really Al Pombo and Marshall Sargent.
Mm-hmm.
The Sargent is not really, it's not really Mike Sargent. It's Marshall Sargent, Al Pombo. They were the two best with Bill Scott. And
Somebody just said
Pedersen.
Hatfield and McCoy type stuff.
Yeah, that's a good. That's what I was going to try to explain. It really is going back in time. It was if someone didn't like something that you did on the track, you know, they could get physical.
You say it's so alluring, Joe. You could get physical.
See, nowadays you can't do that. It goes back to like Jack Hewitt, Jack Hewitt stories. But
What do you mean? You just saw Skylar G assault and his crew assault a person and nothing happened. They were racing the next night.
Yeah, but it's kind of like sissy fighting, like a tickle fight. It's not really.
So what? Back then they pull some knives out on you or what?
They were a rougher crowd. It was a rougher crowd. They didn't have their little trimmed haircuts and their.
No.
They weren't.
You're
feminine.
right. You're right.
It wasn't the feminine drive. I mean,
they were fucking break dancing
wanna
and
name
turning tricks like Joey Bats. That was the.
I'm just saying. It was a different time.
Wow, I just said that out loud, and I look over in the comments said, "Can we get a full reunion on the show?" Chaz, Joey Bats, and Broke Joe. Wow.
Look at this. This is the best question I've ever seen on your chat board. Michael Van Dyke.
Where
Asked Joe if he ever drove midgets for Lenny Gonzel.
Where did you see
is my
this?
that question.
Where? Okay, I see.
Michael
I
Van
got it.
Dyke. I have Lenny. Lenny was he was an old guy. He had like the trickiest quarter midgets, right? And he went into midgets later. But I have a video. I drove for Lenny about back in quarter midgets. By the time I was 8, I was driving for other people. I don't know if it was more common back then, but by the time I was 11, I'd driven over 30 cars. And I drove Lenny's car a couple times. And he said, well, if you get the lead, kind of just, don't run into the ground, kind of just,
Yeah, do what Justin should have
and
did
then
at Chico and hold the bottom, pretty much.
Well, I got the lead, and then he was mad I didn't lap more cars.
Oh.
He was I have a video. I have a home video, and I could put it on a video and send it to you. I'll try to dig that on the weekend. The video of I pull into the pits, and I'm still in the car. I'm a little guy. I'm like 10 years old, and Lenny comes over, and you can just tell by his body language he's kind of leaning on his knee. I think he's chewing me out. And my dad comes over, and my dad's kind of messing with the car a little bit while Lenny's chewing me out. And my dad knew that wasn't going to fly because that's not going to work with Joe. It just wasn't a method that even when I was 10, it wasn't going to work. So what's unusual is when I quit baseball and Lenny was running midgets, and he had a top midget, and he had some great drivers. He had Mike Smith, Johnny Anderson drove it. I thought that I would eventually drive Lenny's midget because I started driving on dirt, but it never happened. Him and my dad were friends, but I think he's in the Midget Hall of Fame. Maybe not the National Midget Hall of Fame. I don't know. I don't know about the Midget Hall of Fame, but Lenny Gonzel I can't believe someone knew that name. Can Michael Van Dyke, who put that message, how does he know that name?
If he wants to respond, it's open.
Yeah. How does he know? How would he even think to ask that question? How would he even know I drove quarter midgets? How would he even know?
Everybody's
Gonzalez's
watching,
name?
Joe. You said it to start the show. Everybody who's you don't even know is watching. Everybody. Past, present, future. God's watching. God's watching over us. That's why we're still here.
Lenny Gonzalez. I mean, if I had to pick. Okay, so this guy says, so Joe wasn't coachable.
Oh, my, don't
Joe's
listen
hard
to
to
Jim
work with.
Brown. He was a horrible running
No.
back.
I'm trying to answer the question.
He shouldn't.
I'm trying to answer.
That's not a question, Joe.
These are legitimate questions. These are real. That's a real legitimate question.
He was a horrible running back for the Browns, Joe. Continue.
I'm trying to read this. Joe might be hard to work with. You know, I'll say this. If my father always treated me as an adult, even when I was 6 and we started racing together, me and my dad, we were always 50-50. He'd say, what do you think? And I think that, and my dad would think this, and you think that, and we always kind of worked it out in a 50-50 way. Even though I was 6 years old, he never raised his voice or what's the word? He never talked down to me. We were equals. And we were equals on trying to get the car to go faster. We worked together. It was a team. So when someone came at me with an authoritative, like, dominance because they were older and they told me to do something and I did it, and then they were questioning what I did, my dad instinctively knew that was not a situation that was going to work with me.
Joe, before we continue, I'm going to play something and hopefully you can hear it, but there is something that relates to this, honestly. I don't know if the audience can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm going to try to play it. This is what I
They
want to play.
scared of what you represent to them. Hey, man. Oh, we represent to them, man, as somebody who needs a haircut. Oh, what you represent to them is freedom. What the hell's wrong with freedom, man? That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what it's all about, all right. But talking about it and being it, that's two different things. I mean, it's real hard to be free when you are bought and sold in the marketplace. Of course, don't ever tell anybody that they're not free, because then they're going to get real busy killing and maiming to prove to you that they are. Oh, yeah, they're going to talk to you and talk to you and talk to you about individual freedom. What they see a free individual, it's going to scare them.
Well, oh my God, Joe, that is the video. Do you remember this? Do you remember this, Joe?
Oh, sure. That's the video I had you play. That's the very first scene. It's one of the scenes in Easy Rider. It's Nicholson, Dennis Hopper.
Now, this is video proof of how skinny I used to be. But also, this is the beginning to our show that we did back. When was this? 4 years ago to the date.
19. That's 19, right before the races that you had the Long Live the Chat.
The Long Live the Chat. Yes, August 30th, 2019. And in this video, which on YouTube, this was when Facebook was happening before COVID shut it down and all that. Way more views over there. This only has 160 views on YouTube. But look it up, Joe Von
I think it had like 8,000 views or something.
Yeah, like instantly on Facebook. It's bigger on Facebook, but
No, that's funny.
It's
funny.
I can't even believe these guys. Okay, we didn't get the guy responding to the Lenny Gonzalez question, but somebody said, "What was Joe's baseball career?"
Well, hold on before
Are
you
they rolling the main out?
But before you, the only reason I reference that video is your description of your dad and stuff. In that video, I make you cry, Joe. This is real. We got you to the point where we made you cry. I think.
No, you didn't make me cry. When I think about
this
I
stuff,
cry pretty easy.
But I believe the crying subject was over the relationship with your dad.
No. It was over my failure as a driver.
But it was also to do with your dad. I tied it back to all of it. Because I listened to you.
Well, I don't remember it that way, so...
Well,
I mean,
you may have to cross-examine our own damn interview from 4 years ago. But all I'm saying, I remember it being about a lot of things. But your dad had a big influence and I believe when it happened, it was about appreciation in a way when it happened. Obviously, we can skip past the subject. Obviously, the video's there. Y'all can go watch it. What did somebody follow up with here?
We never got the Lenny Gonzo response.
Maybe
someone was asking about baseball. Somebody's asking about baseball. You know, what I noticed this year, which seemed odd, is I quit playing baseball in college after 2 years, and I was still offered scholarships from some colleges. But I was 19 when I never played baseball after the age of 19. And I see football players, because of the COVID year, and they get injured and redshirt, there's college players who are like 24, 25 years old.
Okay.
That just seems odd to me that you're 24 years old and still in college playing sports. I mean, at 19, I go, hey, you got to move on here. If someone said, hey, Joe, you can play college till you're 25, I don't know. Just seems like an odd thing.
Help me out, Joe. So I'm kind of really pissed. Not to change subject. The A-main is the cars are coming out on the track here for Skagit. I'm really pissed at the cheating that Jim Allen and the cartel did for their Central Valley homeboys, little fucking clip boy of Corey Day. They let him straight up cheat. That was cheating. And it was okay. On to the next race.
I don't think this is not a sanctioned NARC or King of the West.
He's up there. They're doing the golf course. It's a show up points for King of the West or NARC. King of the West don't exist. It's advertised as NARC. Like when you go look at it on Flow, it's the NARC Super Dirt Car race or Super Dirt.
But are there officials? Are there officials running the show?
Jim Allen's up there, I assume, doing a lot. But regardless, I'm really mad. I'm thinking I should double down and say not only is Corey Day going to lose against the field, but I want to put an additional $200 on Devin Borden to beat Corey Day.
No way. You're just foolish.
I got to make up for this bullshit that they're pulling, Joe.
Yeah, but that's how the casinos get you, because you get emotional about your loss and you just won't take it and try to get it back tomorrow. You're going to try to get it all back tonight.
Well, that's a whole nother subject, Joe. We're not talking about regret. We're talking about taking down the fucking Buffalo and eating tonight. That's what we're talking about. Fuck this guy. Fuck the cartel. These people are showing this badass Skagit video right now on their screen. They can't even close their fucking windows. You got a Windows player at the bottom. I want to take a picture of this. This is the most unprofessional production. I did production at Bristol Motor Speedway. I was in front of 60,000 people. This is fucking amateur. Who is Kevin Rudine hired to do this? They have their Windows Explorer bar on the bottom of a 60-foot fucking, what is a Megatron?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
I think the bet should be what lap is Corey Day taking the lead?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This race is 30 laps. I'm saying
they just put the camera on who's going to win the race.
Well, you can say that, but
now honestly, Joe, shouldn't Devin Borden be favored more than a Corey Day? The son of a bitch is from here. He's in his car.
No.
He's went to PA. He's got more laps on this track than anybody out there
matter.
On a higher level.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, if PA's all this, he's been in PA racing. He's the Port Royal Speedway track champion. And he races at this track.
I can't say anything because Pennsylvania will get mad at me. I'll get Billy Dietrich mad at me again.
What did Billy Dietrich get mad? He never gets mad. We could talk shit to Billy Dietrich. I don't mind that. Danny Dietrich hates me, but continue.
Well, if I talk bad about Billy Dietrich, Danny Dietrich loves it.
It is weird because Billy Dietrich likes me, even though Danny Dietrich don't. So I guess it works both ways.
I actually go to the races. If I shouldn't say this, they'll get mad at me. I was wearing my Billy Dietrich sweatshirt at the races, right?
Right.
I got a shirt too. I got a purple shirt. It's really nice purple. It's a nice shirt. But I got a black sweatshirt, Billy Dietrich. And I went to the races a couple times. And the couple times I went, Justin DNF, so I didn't wear it anymore.
How does that make Billy Dietrich mad?
I don't know. I'm just saying that I don't ever go to Victory Lane. Really, I mean, it's hard to find pictures of me in Victory Lane. But if Justin won, I was going to do it because I just wanted to see a Billy Dietrich shirt, like in a Victory Lane picture in California. That's why I was wearing it.
Somebody said, Broke Joe, is Justin Sanders part of the cartel? I don't think he is, but I think he wants to be, honestly.
You know what? I can say that our lives would have been a lot easier if he would have just married into it.
That is disrespectful to Brooke, first of all. Second of all, I think he wants to be.
Yeah, it is. Broke Joe, do you have a YouTube channel? No.
You got rid of Rayvon? How's the parts business going? Did nobody buy anything or what?
Nobody buying. No, there's. Okay, you want me to kind of tell you the numbers?
Well, I know since you left the show that you haven't been getting site traffic like you used to, but
let me try to remember the numbers here. It's been open for 18 months, and my total sales. Can you guess what you think the total sales would be?
How much is invested?
I had like 150 grand in parts, and I started a year and a half ago. Can you guess
how much of that has sold?
Yeah, that'd be the question.
35%.
No, more than that.
Oh, wow. So it's doing okay.
I sold about half, 75, 80 grand in sales in a year and a half.
That's not horrible, right? I mean, it's not what you probably thought.
No. Well, it's something I never tried before. It's an experience. A lot of the things I thought going in were wrong, and the racing world works different than I thought.
It's kind of like me with the fucking sports cards, you know. But
Broke choice, and no, it's yeah. Well, you got to know what you're doing. I mean, It's not my source of income. I mean, I do my silk screening. I got my rental house. I got my Social Security. I got other things, but it's.
I should have sold you the Ark Manning rookie signature card. I should have done it, but.
Well, there's a wreck already.
Well, I know. That's why I sold it. I don't think he's going to be that good, but.
Well, he hasn't even. No, I'm saying there's a wreck on the track.
Oh, well, you need to stop. We can't have you that far ahead in the broadcast. Is this live?
Don't you got to refresh your screen?
He's already got a wreck on the track. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, we're behind a little bit.
No, I can't have Joe on the phone then. I mean, he's going to tell me what's going to happen. I mean, this is bad. Don't disclose what happens, okay? Publicly, at least.
Oh my God.
Oh fuck! Well, at least Willie Crowe. Oh, they was gonna let fucking Corey Day jump half the field again. Hopefully, there was a fucking wreck. Wow. Why are they just letting Corey Day jump the field like this, Joe? Is that legal in NARC? What's the rule?
Yeah.
What's the fucking rules?
Refresh
it real quick. The stream, just to be safe.
Is that what have I been pointing out?
That's ridiculous. He just jumped fucking 4 rows again.
But is it any more ridiculous than the dozens of videos that
I didn't know it was that bad, Joe. I mean, I can't believe that they play that bad. That much of a favorite is unbelievable. So, who's the best young racer in the country right now?
someone's asking?
No. I'm just curious. What do you think?
When you mean young, what's my age? What's the cap on the age that?
16. Because that's where we judge them now, right? Kofoid, Selzy, Larson, Day, we're all, 14, 15, 16-year-old kids we're judging now.
Well, I haven't seen any.
What happened to Dylan Bloomfield?
He hasn't really, he hasn't bloomed.
That's true.
I mean, he's not bad. We keep, he hasn't had really any, signature breakthrough wins. Did he even make the main tonight? Is he even in there? He's in the back.
Mark Besaw is trying to back out of the bed, it looks like.
Somebody said Dave flipped.
Somebody's saying Dave flipped. Did Dave flip?
No, I don't see that.
Somebody said they let Shane Golobic jump. Of course they'll let Day.
It's every man for himself. Okay, that's.
So basically, I'm hoping that Willie Croft and the Rudine sponsored 29 can hold off Day, and maybe Justin Cox can stay in front of him. That's what I'm hoping on, right?
That's your bet.
I mean, is at this point that's what I'm hoping, or that Devin Borden can be what everyone hopes he will be. That's the only 3 options, right?
They won't even be on the same straightaway. They won't even be on the same straightaway, Chaz.
Why are you saying this, man? Don't tell us what happens, Joe. You're ahead of us. Don't tell me what happens.
I haven't started the race. I've seen Corey Day drive.
Okay, I understand. But these are the only hopes I have for my $20.
Just send it now.
Just send it now. I tried to get 3-1 odds. I tried to say if Corey Day don't win, that I get 60. That would have been fair, right?
It would have been fairer.
Fairer with the ER? Hard ER like Larson?
Yeah. It would have been fairer, but you're...
If this fucking jump... they're about to go green. Don't tell me what's happening, Joe, because I know you're ahead of us and you're watching the race right now. If this fucking start right here, and I'm not listening to you, if this
That's
fucking...
the worst start I've ever seen. They're letting that go?
Oh, you fucking bastard. You better not. They better not let them just... Oh, my God. They really are. Oh, my God. They let them jump a whole row again. Wow, bro. How are they allowing that to happen? Come on, Thornhill. Show us that you're good, like they say.
That's bullshit.
Oh, my God, dude. Why are they letting that happen? That should be penalized. You're telling me that happens every week, Joe. Every week they let people jump like that.
Well, there's different things that happen every week. I mean, the same thing doesn't happen every week. There's different things that you kind of look at and you go, wow.
Justin's moving up pretty quick already.
So is Days in the second.
Shut up, Joe. We don't need to hear this. All right.
So's Tanner.
Well, come on, Willie. Put it back on him. There you go. Oh, God. What are you doing?
Tanner Holmes looking strong.
Somebody said Day might Sheldon it. That's true. Day does have a Sheldon in him.
Yeah, Justin's looking pretty good.
Yeah, Justin's coming.
Ooh, man, that was 7th. Where did he start? He started 11th, I think. Speedo, 11th. Of course, these don't count as NARC points. You know, these are show points.
Yeah.
Colby Thornhill leading the way in lap traffic.
A lot of people are always high on Thornhill, but I've just seen him as a rich kid who makes a lot of mistakes. That's a guy who's a Sheldon. You know, Thornhill just throws these crazy fucking moves out there. And,
I don't see him enough to know. I mean, you see him that many races?
I've watched him closely a couple times. I just saw a guy driving over his head all the time.
Go back to your message board. Let's see if there's anything here. You know, even I sometimes go back into your message board after the show, and I always miss. Good clues.
Damn, Joe, how much are you analyzing?
I'm always analyzing. That I should be Joe the Analyzer.
Not Broke Joe, but Analyzer Joe. So we
really,
got.
that is a good. That's really who I am. I analyze everything and I break everything down, and that's how I kind of am. Trying to go back to your question, see if I miss it. I'm surprised that Lenny Gonzo question never came back.
Yeah, I'm surprised that guy never followed up as well.
I just can't believe that name. I mean, there's very few names that could surprise me as much as throwing out, did I ever drive for Lenny Gonzo? And I did. Him and my dad were good friends. They became good friends, even though Lenny...
Well, but why a guy would just randomly say that is pretty astonishing.
Lenny Gonzo. I mean, that. When I drove for Lenny Gonzo, it had to be 1967. 1967. You know what I'll do is I don't think I get to get up now. I could have sent you a picture of me driving Lenny Gonzo's car. You know what? We're under yellow, huh?
So, Joe, there has been some proposal for Chico. Should I do a celebrity or a exhibition boxing match at Chico during the Gold Cup or no?
You want my opinion on that?
Yeah, sure.
Celebrity boxing match with who?
It's some fucking little cocky ass little 360 sprint car guy. He sucks. But he's like young. He's like 25. He's like half my size. I told him it would be like fighting the dogs or something. It's not fair.
Okay, I got it. I got a picture of me in Lenny Gonzo's car. I cannot. It was on top of the pile.
Oh my God! I'm getting a beer at that point. What the fuck?
The picture is the date's on the back. September 17th, 1967. September 17th, 19. So my birthday is September 1st. So I was 10-year-old, and a couple weeks. So I hope I don't disconnect here, trying to take a picture and send this to you. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Are you emailing it or what?
I can't get my phone to...
You know, a commenter did just make a good point. You know, Holmes, Borden, and Sanders are going to get to racing, and it's fucked. Can't believe I'm betting on Colby Thornhill to hold off Corey Day. This is not going to work.
Hey, take the extension off of there.
Okay. I just texted you the picture of me driving Lenny Gonzo's car.
You texted?
On September... I texted it. September 17th, 17th, 1967. Picture of me and Lenny Gonzalez car. Come on, who's pulling that out? Wait till there's a break in the race here.
We just put it up on the screen, but okay.
Well, they're back to green. We'll look at it later.
I can't believe I'm betting on Kobe Thornhill right now, Joe. This is horrible. What is this for a restart? All right, that's good. It hurt day. Don't tell me what happens, Joe. Don't tell me. $20 is like 20 grand for you, Joe. This is huge.
Okay, Trey Starks crash. Okay, let's go back to your...
well, I could have predicted that too, Joe. I mean, you didn't have to tell me. Oh, my.
Let me go back to your show. Did you put up the picture?
We're putting the picture up right now. Talk.
That's September 17th, 1967. That's me leading the pack in Lenny Gonzalez's Yellow Bird. Called it. It's his yellow car. Look at the stands. Look at the fans. There's more fans there than Ocean Speedway.
Why would you say such a thing? You better respect John Prentice, or we'll send the fucking cartel after you.
So Jim Brown asked. He said, "What did a quarter midget look like in 1960?" Riding lawnmower. That's a race car. You're saying that's not a race car, Chad? Look at that.
I saw it, but look, Joe. I went to the Al Unser Jr. Museum in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's pretty badass. I don't know if you've ever been.
Did Unser Jr. run quarter midgets?
He had a quarter midgets in there. Yeah, he had the quarter midgets in there. Yeah. He also had in that museum the Pike Peaks sprint car that he ran. That was really cool.
Yeah, he ran non-wings didn't he run Ascot a few times?
Yeah, but the Pikes Peak car was like different. Do you remember when that happened?
Well, I know the Unsers were famous for running Pikes Peak, yeah.
Well, they did it in a sprint car.
Does that still go on nowadays?
I think so. Pretty sure.
The Pikes Peak hill climb, you're saying still to this day.
Let's see. We gotta get some visual references, I guess.
Don't you gotta? What's that? Ask GP. Whatever thing you're doing.
Well, they really don't like that at NARC.
They didn't like what?
Oh, Jim Allen went off on the fucking. Oh, it was bad, Joe. You need to tune in.
To you?
No, to the AI. Chat GPT. I thought it was great. So Pike Peaks hill climb. There is Garrett for the 102nd running. It's this weekend, Joe.
How long is it? Just going up the hill? Is it just the hill climb up?
Dude, all I know is that it's happening this weekend, this Sunday, in Pikes Peak. Hold on, let's see. Race.
What state is it in?
I believe Colorado is where this is located.
Yeah, Pikes Peak in Colorado.
Let's see here. Maps. Turn 1. 9 mile. Ski area.
You know, I'm wondering how many of the people listening to us have the race on flow and have the mute on, and they listen to us.
That's probably what happens, Joe. And we know that it's Drew Warner and Comacito. They're definitely watching.
Well, because I was thinking about this, like for the Chili Bowl, Chaz. We have people watch the Chili Bowl, but me and you do the announcing.
Well, if we can get a live feed. If I was there in the shop, it would be perfect, but...
What do you mean a live feed?
Well, because we're off.
Two voices
like we can't announce this race right now because you're fucking 3 laps ahead. You know the future. But anyway.
You mean you refreshed your screen and there's that much difference in the time?
I don't know why, but it's... Oh, dude, I can get media credentials for this Pikes Peak. Why the fuck am I here in Iowa? I should be there. Race week
you're saying
schedule.
right now you're... Like your feed doesn't show like 8 laps to go.
No, it shows 8 laps to go, but it's just now showing Trey Starks getting picked up and being moved. Like just now, he's in the air.
No, we got 21
No, I'm
laps
just
to go.
kidding you. There's 21 laps to go.
Sorry, 21. I was looking at the screen. The Pikes Peak's got me all aroused. You know. I can't believe you ain't seen that Al Unser Pikes Peak car. You ain't seen it?
Well, I know the Unsers did it. I think I've seen footage of Bobby Unser doing it. Like, I think they had an in-car camera on a Bobby Unser Pikes Peak.
Well, they had a
I didn't
Pikes
know they
Peak
still did
sprint car, though. That was the cool part. You know,
But aren't there different divisions? Aren't there different classes?
Yeah, there's different divisions. I think this was like a special car. Yeah, this is the one that was in the...
Do you think he had... Do you think when he did the Pikes Peak in the sprint car, the rear wheels were the same size?
I believe they were, actually. Let's see if they got any pictures of this. They built all kinds of Pikes Peak cars, you know, but the one I saw was this one. This was the one. No, it was not a wing. This was the one that they had in the museum. The 92. There's a picture of him.
Isn't that the Unser?
There's another one they did up the Pikes Peak.
Isn't that
This
the
where
Unser
it
family
wrecked.
number?
Look, that's where it's wrecked, and they fucking had to helicopter it out.
You can go off the cliff?
Yeah, you can go off the cliff, Joe. You ain't got to worry about fire here. You got to worry about cliffs.
Oh, wait, it said 9 miles. Is Pikes Peak Hill Climb, is it a 9-mile course?
I assume. Let's see here. Hey, we'll listen to AI. Let's see. What's the Pike Peak Hill Climb? Let's see what AI says. Pike Peak Hill Climb, known as the Race to the Clouds. The track spans 12.42 miles. Look at this. Is AI, Joe. Look, you just talk to it. It's like a woman. It listens.
So, this guy Mark says he has Flo on mute. He's listening to us.
That's what people are doing, Joe. Cole Macedo is doing the same thing right now.
He's driving. Carson Macedo, maybe.
No, Drew Warner is in the infield watching us. They ain't giving a fuck about the race.
Drew Warner's watching us.
He is. 12.42 miles, apparently, from its first race, an upset victory by Rhea. A fucking girl won the first race. Wow. To its record-smashing run in 2013. They get all fancy. But yeah, it's this weekend, Joe. I can't believe it. Wow. Funny we bring that up, and it's this fucking weekend. You know, that's insane.
Oh, look at the rear engine car. Look how dangerous. Look at the fans just off the course.
Yeah, well, are you that far back on the stream right now, or?
On your stream? Let me see.
I just put the rear engine car on the screen. Yeah, look at the danger. Yes.
You know, sometimes I got your screen on and a commercial comes in.
That's good for me. That makes me, you know, half a penny, I guess.
But that rear engine car, that looks like the mid-60s. Is that an Unser?
That is Unser, yes.
Which Unser?
It says Al Unser, not Junior. Al Unser.
Al Senior.
Al Senior in 1965.
Look at the track marks of the guys that went before him. Look how he's kind of entered a little higher and he's chopping down.
Right.
A lot of guys
went low and swung out.
Well. Look at that. Look at the fans. How close they are.
Yeah, on the edge of a fucking mountain.
Somebody in chat said Montgomery.
Hey, 007's back.
There it is. Look at there. There's that's on Pikes Peak right there. Al Unser Jr. Pikes Peak, 1968, right there. Actually.
The blue car.
No, another one. 56. The blue car is what I saw in the museum, the 92. Let's see. They had a car they built right here. Or no, no. This is it. Sorry,
we're going back to green, Chaz. I'm going back to green here.
This is it right here. 50, we're not green. We're still pacing.
You know, they start on the back stretch. San Jose did that for a while.
Holy fuck. This is Bobby
Back
Unser.
stretch.
Holy shit. Look how old that is. Bobby Unser.
Come on, we're racing, Chaz. You still got the lead. You still got the money in your
They're
pocket.
just now going pacing off of 2. Don't you fucking tell me shit, you motherfucker. You better
Another
shut
yellow.
the fuck up. All right, another yellow.
Another yellow.
Look at that fucking
A wheel's going
monstrosity.
down the track.
All right, now we're refreshing.
Somebody's axle broke, it looks like.
What is that, Joe? Who is this? Support Siles open fender sprint cars return to Pikes Peak? Oh, wow. Who did this? Oh, they were looking for support, Joe.
Jesse Schlottfelt wheel came off.
Silas Montgomery was trying to go back. I don't know what's going on at the race here. But Silas Montgomery was trying to go back to Pikes Peak in the summer of 2023. He couldn't get it done, Joe.
Sprint car there last year. Have you never seen a rally car race? You know, I've never seen a rally car race. Have you, Chaz? Not even on TV.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of rally car. They had this
Isn't that
one
over in Europe?
class.
They don't do it in America, do they?
I think they had this one class called Super B. I think it was called Super B or Super A. I respect rally because I think it's the one thing that's, you know, potentially more crazier than dirt, in my opinion. But they had like this class called Super B or something like that. And they were like, this was in the 80s. It was like 1,000 fucking horsepower Hondas and Audis, and they were on the side of hills and rally crossing, and they killed like fucking 6 people in like 3 weeks, and then they killed the class, you know.
Did the rallies cars have like a co-driver in them?
Yes, but I mean everything was happening so fast back then. Hold on, let me see if I can find that.
See, you know, I gotta say this is going like a NARC race. They have an open red. This it feels like a NARC race. This is usually what, you know, this is why curfew comes into play, no matter when you put the curfew. They can't run a main event in under an hour.
Yeah, this was it right here. When Group B, they called it Group B.
Why?
Dude, these fucking guys, I mean, I have respect for these fucking guys. Fuck the NASCAR boys, they can't drive, but these guys, I called sprint car racing, you know, swimming with sharks. This is fucking alligators. Fucking Group B, or Group B. I got video playing on the channel right now on the video. These fucking guys, 1,000 horsepower. Look at how crazy. Look at, you talk about the crowds at Pikes Peak. I gotta take a piss. Look at this. Just take some video. Oh my God, look at them guys.
I know, I see that.
Wow, that I can see where people are going to get killed. Someone says, Chaz, they're working on the car with it hooked to the tow truck. Jesse Schlottfelt.
The tow train.
Yeah, this is one of Chaz's pet peeves, that the tow truck is assisting. The tow truck has the car in the air, and they're changing the tires.
I cannot believe they're doing an open red right now. They didn't run that many
After
laps.
9 laps?
Yeah.
9 laps.
That's ridiculous.
It seems to be West Coast racing at its, I don't know. The outlaw races aren't like this. The high limit races aren't like this.
Obviously to benefit somebody.
Yeah, why it's an open red. Yeah, you wonder someone working on their car? What is this?
Well, I mean, while we're worried about them, we're watching these psychopaths that, you know, had their class destroyed.
But Chaz, something you talked about, they have a car up in the air with the tow truck, and they're changing the tires with the assistance of the tow truck. Wasn't that see it, Schlottfelt?
Well, if it's not Corey Day, it don't matter. Fuck him. Everybody else can have a tow truck except Corey Day.
Chaz, just your money's gone, okay?
Shut your fucking pie hole. I'm over here watching Super Bees.
You know, maybe if there's enough yellows and reds and things, maybe Justin can get up there to race him.
You know,
Tanner
Spike made a good point.
Look at this. I didn't realize Tanner Holmes is 4th and Justin is 5th. Spike, how come Spike's not on the board?
Spike's a bitch. He's not a real racer guy. He really does only care about fucking girls, dude. I'm not even lying to you.
How come Cuddles isn't on the board?
He's probably out fucking a Tinder date. Oh my god. Did you see that, Joe? Look at this. They cut the video, but this guy lost control of this Group B, and he goes right in the crowd. They cut the video, but look.
Where's Jordan?
You can kind of tell. I think Jordan is like Spike's gay lover we don't know about. You know, it's like they keep it. Yeah, here's another one. They killed a bunch of people. And then this guy flies off the side of a cliff. I mean, that's the onboard right there, and that's the end of.
But these look like films from the 80s. These look like
yeah. I said it was
80s.
the 80s. I said it was the 80s. I mean, yeah. This is when this class they ended this class because it was too extreme. People got killed. The cars were running, 230 on straightaways. In the 80s with fucking, look at this guy's helmet, open face.
Look at this. Joe, what do you think of the board track sprint cars back in the 20s?
Oh my! I think they should bring board tracks back, Joe.
No, but I don't think those are sprint cars. I think those are midgets. The sprint car wasn't invented in the 20s.
You're right. It was midgets. Yes.
Did you ever see
Bro,
some of those?
Look at that.
Did you ever see the old Mickey Rooney movies where he's in a race car?
What was that? Green Day or something? Mean Green or what was it called? That movie I watched. The Big Wheel. The Big Wheel. I guarantee you. See, I know. No. It's called The Big Wheel. I know what it is. I know the sport. Fuck you, Joe. You don't. It's fine. I know Mickey Rooney better than you. It's called The Big Wheel. It's called The Big Wheel. Look, it's right there. Big Wheel, Mickey Rooney. And this is where this is just like Reefer Madness with fucking you're gonna chop your kids up. This is where all the superstitions of the color green and all that shit came from, Joe. Because he drove a green race car in this movie and he dies, or his buddy burns to death. This is where all those superstitions came from. It's movies. This is how you psyop.
Peanuts in the pits?
This movie created all that. It was a movie. Hold on, let me see. Look at this. How do I know of a movie from the 40s, Joe? What is wrong with me?
I knew Mickey Rooney.
I'm not 85 or whatever. Carroll Speedway? Look at the crowds back then, Joe. Look at that. That was a weekly race.
We have 2 reds and 3 yellows, and DJ Neto's car is still in one piece.
Did you see the crowd shot there, Joe?
Yeah, I wanted the Mickey Rooney stuff.
This is the Mickey Rooney stuff.
Yeah. 1949, full movie, Mickey Rooney.
Yes, this is it. This is the Big Wheel. This is the movie that he made about.
Do you know who Mickey Rooney's? Do you know he was married to Ava Gardner, I think, at one point, wasn't he?
I don't know who Ava Gardner is, Joe. I just know of racing, and I know of the Big Wheel, and I know of movies of
and you don't know Ava Gardner.
I know manipulation. Ava Gardner's probably flat-chested, and you and Spike can have her.
Oh, Ava Gardner.
Wait, this isn't a board track.
She wouldn't. You're saying none of this is board track stuff?
I know he races a dirt car in this movie.
I don't think he's on dirt. I thought he was on pavement.
It was pavement right there in that race, but this has teardrop tails, Joe. Hold on, let's see what he does here.
Mickey Rooney. I think he was he the #1 box office star at this point in America?
I know that a friend of his dies. I think this is it at a dirt track right here. His friend is driving a green car, and see this is a dirt track here. They're running midgets. Or no, that looks like sprint cars actually. Let's give some volume here. No, it's midgets. That's a midget noise. Hold on, that's a midget noise. Hold on. And his buddy runs a green car.
That's almost like a hard top.
No, this is midgets back then. Listen to the listen. That's a midget noise. These are teardrop tails. These are midgets back then, Joe. This is a big movie back then. Yeah, they're slinging it in there on the dirt. Yep.
You're saying it looks like pavement to me. You're saying
No, that's dirt, Joe. Come on now. That's dirt. That friend is right there. He drove a green car. Of course, they got the girl crying. Everybody stay back. Dude, is that crazy? He just said everybody stay back, remain seated. It sounds like Johnny Gibson.
You know what's
There goes the ambulance. He drove a green car. Mickey was trying to tell him don't drive the green car. This is where that shit comes from, Joe. In the Huda wagon. It was a green vehicle.
Boy, that does look dangerous, don't it?
Yeah, and he dies.
You know, I believe out here they have the Johnny Key Memorial. I think Johnny Key won like 6 or 7 midget races in 1 week, and then he died in 1954.
Hold on, Joe.
They run these things every night of the week.
I understand that. I just want to make sure this is dirt. They are slinging these cars in the corner, Joe. Look, they're sliding them in there, right there. That's dirt, yeah.
But these guys would race these things were 7 days a week back then.
Well, but that's because of the crowd,
right
Joe.
to the fence.
That's because of the crowd, Joe.
Yeah. Well,
Did you see the crowd? Look at this fucking crowd, man. Oh, we got to add. You got to add, too, because you're pretty far back. Look at this fucking crowd.
You.
Look at that. That was the crowd. I just paused it at the crowd. I don't know how far you are behind, but.
Yeah, I see it.
Dude, there's fucking 20,000 people there for a weekly event. Regular deal. Well, and you're saying 7 days a week.
Well, I don't know if they did that all year. It was a special speed. But my point is, I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm trying to see if he drives. Oh, he gets into a Silver Crown car.
No.
Champ
the
car.
racing popular. This is a mainstream movie. Mickey Rooney could be the biggest star in America.
Yeah, this would be like what would Justin Bieber doing a dirt track movie or something.
Brad Pitt.
Well, Brad Pitt's 30 years old. Nobody watches Brad Pitt no more, Joe.
That's all. You know, I didn't say Paul Newman.
I know when you felt like you were old, the young guy was Brad Pitt, but he's old now too. I'm just saying.
Brad
Joe.
Pitt's the youngest reference I could come up with.
So this is Indy, actually. He goes to Indy in this movie. That's right. This is the Indy 500 back then. I remember this, actually. Yes, I watched this movie when I was young. My dad showed me. Oh, the big wheel. This was the Indy 500 he ends up racing back then.
But this is mainstream Hollywood movie.
Yeah. This is Kyle Larson. This is Kyle Larson. They predicted the future.
Someone said that the Tarleton camp stole the 121 from Broke Joe.
We can start running with that. All right. Don't tell me what's happening. We're going green. Willie Croft, come on now. Come on, Willie. You better wreck that fucking 14. Sanders is coming. Don't you tell me what happens, Joe. Come on, Sanders. Oh, yeah. Fucking put her right rear. Oh, we're getting 20 tonight, buddy. We're getting 20 tonight, Joe. It ain't looking good for Corey fucking sucking Casey Kane's dick.
All I can tell you is what motor's in Sanders' car.
The same motor in the Banana 121.
You know, me and Justin have talked about it, and he said it's the best motor, it's the best investment. He wants to get Ryder to duplicate.
Who rebuilds it, though?
What that is. What?
Does it get shipped to Ryder to rebuild?
Yeah.
Okay. And they put the same shit in it.
No, it's been the same motor. It's only been probably rebuilt.
So what?
Twice.
They just reseal it and that's it?
I'm confused.
Oh, there's your revenge, Joe. Comacito's in the fucking wall in turn 2.
But this is a non-points race, remember?
Oh, so that's the conspiracy now. They knew this would happen. And that's why it's show points, Joe. I can't believe you referenced this movie. I can't believe you referenced this movie. Still blown away.
Why not?
Well, I mean, it's just something I have knowledge on.
Let it gone. The one I had a picture.
Well, I have just studied movies from the beginning of time, Joe, and I've studied how these fucking people they've been manipulating herds for a long time, Joe.
Joe jinxed day.
Oh, wait, we got another sprint car race here with Mickey Rooney. This is when he gets into another car to help his buddy pay for the wreck car, the green car, because he gets into a green car, and Mickey was trying to tell him don't do it.
You're saying the movie didn't end with Mickey going to Indy?
No, it does. I rewinded the movie after his buddy died, and now he's here to beat the guy who wrecked him in the movie at the track. That in the car that was green, his buddy drove it, and he died, and that guy hit him, so he's here to beat him at his track. Pretty sure that's where this is at. Oh, fucking commercials. The Big Wheel, Joe. You didn't even know the name. How did I know the name? Now I feel old. Somebody did ask, how old are you, Joe?
I am 66.
66.
I just emailed you a picture of, it almost looks like a wedding picture. I don't think it is, of Mickey Rooney and Ava Gardner.
Have you ever heard of
Ava
Kim
Gardner
Kardashian, Joe?
Yeah, she's nothing.
She ain't as hot as my ex.
Well, that's not saying much. I don't think much of Kardashians.
Well,
I don't follow that. I have a niece that does.
there she is. There she
Ava Gardner,
blows.
Mickey Rooney.
Look at her.
Did Mickey marry up? Mickey's only about 5'2", ain't he? I mean,
Is he really only 5'2"?
someone said Joe looked 84 years ago.
I mean, but they look like a normal couple. I wouldn't say he married up. I mean,
Well, they're both movie stars.
well, if you told me that
What I'm saying is, if Mickey wasn't a movie star, he just worked down at the gas station, is he marrying Ava Gardner?
well, but to say that, you have to say if Ava Gardner was working at the fucking, post office, if these two people were not status members, I could see this as a couple. I'm just saying.
I just like the guy saying I looked 84 years ago. I'll tell the guy what, I feel like I was 80. I feel like I'm 100 sometimes. Even though I do my push-ups every day and I ride my bike and go for a walk. I mean, being 66, there's so much history. I mean, I look back on things that happened 50 years ago. It is strange. It's a strange thing.
All I want to know, Joe, is did you get the Brock Purdy card signed? That's what I want to know. No, I'm just playing.
No, there was a show over in Levi's Stadium. They had a bunch of Niners. He wasn't one of them. They had Nick Bosa and Fred Warner and the fullback.
Are they going to call another red flag to get Cole back out there? Is that what's happening right now?
The goal, I don't know. I don't think the world revolves around me, but I think what they're hoping is when they hold these races that they're so late I fall asleep and I can't comment on them.
Well, I mean, it is 12:20 a.m. where we are at right now.
Yeah, they're going to get Cole Macedo. You don't think they're going to wait for Cole Macedo? This is, I've constantly said there should be no work area. I don't know why people want a work area.
So Jordan Gerling asked, Purdy is a stud. I think he is a stud. I bought like 9. Well, how many of those rookie cards is it? It's like 9?
I got them. They're right here.
How many is it? Well, I think it's 6, maybe, or no. I can't remember how many there were.
One. They're pretty thick. 1.
Yeah, they're the nice ones.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8.
So I bought these 8 Brock Purdy rookie cards, and I sent them to Joe, and I'm like, hey, you're in Fremont, fucking right down the road. Get these hard signed by Brock Purdy, and we'll have rookie card Brock Purdy actually signatured, one of ones, and we'll fucking,
But
go to the bank.
He didn't sign it. He didn't sign at the signing. He wasn't there.
Well, no, the guy's
telling you,
asking. I'm giving context to what he asked because we brought it up.
Oh, okay.
The context is I sent these rookie cards to Joe, thinking we could connive a scheme to cash in a couple million on these Brock Purdy, rookie hard signed 101s, because they would be 101s.
You know what I bought? You know what I bought in the last week is I'm buying Indy 500 cards
from Kyle Larson,
and I'm trying to buy. Yeah, and then I'm buying one that has already been signed by New Guard, and then I'll get Kyle to sign it, and it'll have the winner and the rookie of the year.
Oh, that's a smart scheme. That is a smart scheme.
Business, baby.
I sold the Arc Manning. I did sell the Arc Manning. I sold it for $350, which was above grade.
Okay, we're going green here. Let me see. Justin's
we're not
third.
green yet. We're not green yet on this side of the aisle. Mark Besall, my Venmo and PayPal is in the description, you piece of fucking shit. I better have my $20 by the end of the night, or I'm banning you from the channel.
Justin's running a KPC that kind of Corey Day now. Justin bought Corey Day's cars.
Is that what Corey Day runs? Is KPCs?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought he would have gotten to the clique of the Schnees or something,
Well, Kent's right there. Steve Kent built the cars right there, and Justin's in the second.
Don't say that. He's not second. We're just going green on my screen, so be quiet.
Oh.
We're just off of 4 to the green flag. Please, please, please.
Wow. Like, what lap does it show on your screen?
17. Down the back straightaway on 17. Corey Day is diving in on Justin right now. Justin's up to second. I don't think Corey Day can get around Justin. Thornhill will be a thorn in the hill of fucking Corey Day's track to the top of the standings. Thornhill will fucking, he don't care who you are. He will fucking wreck your ass.
Is it look fishy if a routine car wins a routine race?
If it's Willie Croft on his retirement year, yes. But, I mean, they did everything they could to give it to fucking Corey Day, buddy. Don't you tell me what happens, Joe. I know you're about to get to lap traffic. I can see it happening. I see it happening.
We got some action, baby.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
We got action.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
Oh, this is getting good, baby.
You better shut your fucking mouth, Joe. Keep your baby over there.
In jeopardy.
You
Your
better, hey
jeopardy.
man, you better get those Brock Purdy cards signed so we can fucking pay Marcus
It's a
$20.
battle of the KPCs. It's a KPC battle.
You better
for the
shut
lead.
the fuck up, Joe. Oh my God.
One guy's hitting the wall.
Shut up. I'm about to end the
infield.
call, Joe. I'm about to end the call.
No, you can't.
Okay, Justin got the lead. That's fine. Where's Corey Day's about to rail the fucking top right here? I can see it coming. Somebody fucking get onto the... Shut up. Somebody get onto the watch. Somebody get onto the watch. Oh, no. Stick signal Justin now. Go high. Why is he falling on the bottom? This isn't fucking Chico.
Oh, no, the yellow.
Oh, Corey Day can't hold on to it.
can't-
Shut up, Joe. You fucking asshole.
I can't believe this just happened.
Shut up. Don't tell me. Don't fucking tell
A
me.
dramatic turn.
A
dramatic turn. For the lead.
Okay, we're waiting for a dramatic turn. All right, here we go. Sanders fucking put it on Day and said, fuck you, went to the top and took over. Yeah, Day's got Sheldon in him, Joe. That's the problem with Corey Day. He's got too much Sheldon in him. Oh, good. There it is. That's what we needed. Give me my Venmo and PayPal link is in the description, Mark. See, Joe, when you get cocky, I should have took I shouldn't have took Borden. Who knew Sanders would come from, what was it, Joe? You said 11th?
He was 6th in points,
but he came from 11th, right?
15, 15, 14, 13, 12. Yeah, it was 11th.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's the Hodnett Rider. It's Chaz. It's the Hodnett Rider.
So you're telling me that's the same motor that was in Hodnett's ride? Now you bought that motor for Hodnett.
If he finishes out this race, he'll have run it 4 times and won 3.
Are you telling me that Greg Hodnett personally delivered this motor to Justin Sanders?
No, he put it in a car and he shipped me the car. He ran the winter heat. And then 10 months later,
so
when I got out of debt.
So Greg Hodnett has touched this motor, literally. That's in the car.
He ran it the first 5 races of its existence.
Wow.
And it's the motor Justin, when he ran the yellow 121, that's the engine that was in it.
That's a crazy historical. That's a crazy historical reference, believe it or not. That's pretty rare.
You know, he's got Zeb. Zeb is behind him, and Zeb almost got him at the end of the Dirt Cup. So he's not out of the woods here with Zeb.
Well, I'm out of the woods with my $20. Although Mark says he don't see my PayPal. All of a sudden, Mark don't know where the PayPal is. He don't see description or see more, nothing. He don't see my PayPal links or my Venmo or nothing.
No. Nobody sees anything all of a sudden.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Joe. All of a sudden, what? What happened? Where? What do you mean?
Here comes Zeb.
Don't you say it, Joe. I'm about to hang up on you, Joe. Don't you fucking say it out loud. There's my Venmo. It is at Dirt Track Chaz. If you can barely see it, at Dirt Track Chaz. CHAZ. You fuck. Pay me my money, ho. At Dirt Track Chaz. Stop, Joe. You're ruining the race. Hold on. We just went green over here. We're into 3 on the first lap. Ooh, dude, Zeb is good. He had the lead there. You're telling me they throw a caution? Oh, wow. No wonder you got quiet, Joe. Wow. Wow. The routine car. You said the routine car. You were referencing Willie Croft, but now, Joe.
Yeah, now the full-blown routine car.
Now, Joe.
Justin's in a routine sandwich.
We're validating that Mark Besaw has paid his debts. We're validating it right now, Joe. He has paid his debts. Wow, we just got $20 on Corey Day's ass. We did get it, Joe. So hey, I mean, good bet, right?
You know, the first Outlaw top 10 finish of the 121 was by Ronnie Day, Corey's dad.
Hold on, that's breaking news, Joe. You can't be saying shit like that just randomly, you know. I mean,
well, I just tell them that, Ben. You don't just fill the space here. You got an audience. You got people listening to this.
You think so?
Thornhill to the work area. Should you be allowed to go to the work area like like more than once. I mean, wasn't he in the work area? Do you know where Zeb Wise started? Where was he in points?
I feel like it was pretty far back, Joe.
You know, I'm going back. This main event started 50 minutes ago. Zeb started 12th. Him and Justin were in the same row. So Zeb was 5th in points, and Sanders was 6th in points. So obviously they're going to be the top 2 point leaders. I think did they lock in 6 for a shuffle after 2 nights?
Not sure.
Justin ran. I'm trying to figure out. He's ran 2nd. This would be his 4th second in his last 6 races.
Not sure. I mean, we could look at the Chase Robin video that breaks down the format after the race if you want, but don't tell me who wins, Joe. We're just now going green here. I know that you are ahead.
Yep, yellow flag.
Oh,
the goal is for these main events are an hour long, Chaz. Hour. This main event started 55 minutes ago. Do you think there's an outlaw main during the year that goes 55 minutes?
Yes.
Look, and it's this work area. I have to watch people change a tire on a guy running. I don't know what place this car is in. Really? You have to wait for this? Can we get rid of the work area, Chaz? Can you constantly... Do you know people?
Do I know people?
That can get the work area out of the sport. The Seafoam. Do you know people at Seafoam?
I mean, they obviously sell money to have a Seafoam restart zone, so...
Someone said, why do they start the race before turn 3? There's a cone in the middle of the back stretch. They start in the middle of the back stretch, if you will.
And that's kind of old
the back
school.
Stretch restart.
That's an old school deal. It used to be that way. Outlaws used to do that, right?
Yeah, San Jose Outlaws in the early 90s, they did that for a while.
Hell, I remember that up into
into
the 2000s was a back straightaway restart, but it was a single file only.
Do you like that?
What?
The backstretch restart.
I don't know. I think double file mixes it up pretty good.
The pace truck's out there. I didn't notice. Does the pace truck go out on every yellow flag at sprint car races? Does the pace truck go on the track?
Pretty sure, yeah.
And an outlaw show, the pace truck goes out every yellow.
Yeah. They got their little TRD pace truck, I believe so.
Okay, we're going green.
I'm not. We're changing tires, Joe. So don't tell the future once again, even though you do it every time.
2 laps to go.
What do you mean 3 laps? It shows 2 right now, and they're pacing.
1 to go. Last lap. Up, yellow.
No. Once again, you told the fucking future, Joe.
Tanner Holmes.
They cannot. See, Chaz, this is the trouble with you thinking the sport can be elevated when this is minor league stuff. They can't race. They can't run. Tanner Holmes is in 3rd.
Is that a shot?
Well, I was saying he's improved a lot. He's more consistently in the top 5 than ever.
If Justin will run the top in 1 and 2, he'd have a shot. You think when Corey Day drove around him like he was sitting still, he'd go up there,
Well, he's got. It says 1 lap to go. Do you think that means there won't be a green-white checkered? It'll just be a green checkered?
It should be a green-white checkered.
I mean, the Outlaws never go green with white with a checkered, do they?
Only when there's a back-to-back caution, I think, but it never happens. I was talking with somebody. Go ahead.
Do we need Cole Macedo back out there? He's got no right side Nerf bar on. Isn't that dangerous?
Oh God.
There's no Nerf bar on the right hand.
Oh no.
There's no Nerf bar on the right hand. Oh, there is. Is it bent? Is it bent back? Is it a Nerf bar? Can you see that?
It's not there. No, they didn't even completely bolt the fucking cylinder for the wing.
But is that a safety feature? You can run without a side Nerf?
I mean,
Is
it
that in the
depends
rule book?
on who's on your car, you know.
Is that in the NARC rulebook, or do we have to sleep on it?
Should we do a show one night where we write the NARC rulebook and we put in what actually happens? Like we do a show where we're like restart rules in NARC and we're like you have to be side by side except if you're in a Tarleton or blah 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 car. You know, safety rules, all this, and then we put except Tarleton or Macedo.
I've seen California races where they had two fuel stops.
Like mandatory?
No, they just go so many laps. They got like 150 laps in a 30-lap race.
Okay. But I was talking.
How many laps have we?
Well, we're doing this because it's amateur, Joe, and that's. You know, when I was doing this, when we started watching the Maverick race earlier, I was like, you know, they could barely get through qualifying. I was like, you get used to watching World of Outlaws and High Limit, and you're like, what the fuck is this? You know, it's like...
Corey Day's back up to 8th. This isn't over if they keep having yellows.
It's true. I may have to refund the payment, but I'm simply saying that, you know... The World of Outlaws and High Limit don't really have this shit happen. You know, they don't have this, you know, but when you get to these events, they do, you know. They have this bullshit.
Oh my God.
This is the amateur.
It says 1 lap to go. Do you think it's just going to be 1 lap?
We're about to find out, Joe.
He's going to come around and they're going to... It's not going to be 2 laps. It's going to be, okay, here, we're going green. Is the guy going to throw the white?
They take the green at the back and they'll throw the white as they're coming across the front stretch.
Is it the white, Joe? I mean, we're behind over here.
I couldn't quite see. It says 1 to go, so it is over.
They checkered it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, they're still racing. I don't know if it's a safety lap for...
Safety lap.
No, it looks like they went 2 laps.
But I guess even though we ain't seen it here, Zeb Wise holds off Justin Sanders.
Yeah.
To further the statement that an average high limit driver can come over and put Justin Sanders in his place.
Green, white checker, that's what they
He
did.
did. And he put Corey Day in his place.
Well, no, he had the flat, you know, excuses.
Yeah. Yeah, Sanders got beat. Zeb beat him. But, you know, the big money Saturday. Still.
Corey Day, was he there last year? Yeah.
He finished 3rd the final night. Behind Justin and Zeb.
Look how they zoom out, you know, for the fireworks. It's not really about the show. It's about the show. So it should be Zeb 1, Justin 2, right?
Yeah, points. Yeah.
Who was the number 1 and 2 going in it? Where'd they end up?
I have to go back and look at the start of the race. Go back an hour ago and look at that lineup. Where did Tanner Holmes start? Tanner Holmes started 10th.
Yeah.
So he would be.
He
You're
started,
asking
right?
like who the high point guys going into the main were Starks, Sowald, Schoenberg, and Eric Fisher. Where did Starks and Sowald finish?
Well, Stark's wrecked, remember?
Okay, where did Sowald finish?
Yeah, Sowald's going to be...
Top 10? No, Sowald's too far back. Well, he's 6th.
Oh, that could do it.
After night 1, yeah.
And what about Schoenberg?
Yeah, where did he? Schoenberg is 7th. That was one to go.
So Sowald's your threat. That was a high point guy.
Well, yeah, the top 4 are the top 3 finishers, and Sowald is your top 4. Probably have a pretty good gap. Day might be 5th.
Somebody asked how much it was to win tonight. I'm not sure. Was it anything?
Yeah. I don't know what it was. They have a check there?
They could call it a qualifying night and not pay a thing.
The Chili Bowl does?
Yes. I think.
Wait, that's four second places and a third.
For Tanner?
Just
He said 4 seconds
last
and a
week.
third.
in the 7th in the last 6 races. Because he won that one fair and square. You know, he was closing on him last year at the end of the main. He's been good at this track. I don't know why. He slicks off. He's pretty good. It's all about getting in that dash. You know, me and Justin have discussed the dash at the Dirt Cup.
Why?
Because I've been pointing out some races where it's been better to start on the outside and not win the dash. And he said to me, he goes, "I made up my mind. If I'm in the dash, if I'm in the front last 2, I'm gonna run second. I'm gonna start on the outside." That's what he said. I don't know. You know, the track that night will be why he thinks that. But we were talking about how many times we see guys win the dash and they start on the bottom. I think if you win the dash, you should be allowed to pick the top or the bottom for the main.
Right, yeah, you should have preference.
Yeah, but they don't do that. If you win the dash, they put you on the pole, and many times the top is better on some tracks.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Joe, it ain't easy to luck into one win." Is this Zeb's first win of the year?
I do think so. Top of my head.
I gotta listen to Justin and go to bed.
That's what you do, Joe. You're obsessed.
You know, the thing about this, you know, the Trophy Cup, they let you throw a night away.
Really?
I mean, I don't think they let you throw a night away here. So Golovic and Selzy are out of probably almost.
So do they add the 2 nights up or what?
Yeah.
So tomorrow will be a reset night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same as tonight.
And then the top 6 from both combined will be in the dash.
He just wants to get. I think it's the top 6. I think.
But it's combined.
Yeah.
Question with Justin: why does he have the Bubbly Brands suit still from the Swindell era?
I think he also wears the.
I see the Bubbly
he
Brands
wears
all the
the
time.
Works, I think that's his favorite suit. Well, he has also the Works Unlimited suit from the Paul Silva car.
Well, I know, but I see the Bubbly Brands with South Bay and all this all the time.
Well, what do you think he's? Don't those suits cost like $1,200?
I mean, it's K1, which is apparently the worst suit in the country, but
Is that what Justin says?
no, the K1 suits. I have a bunch of references from people that say those K1 suits should not be legal.
Joey Batts told me Justin ordered some fire suits and they came in the wrong size. So maybe he has some Mitri suits.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You would think if Mitri's going to give him a team, they'd give him some suits.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever had a Mitri.
Well, I just know that people tell me that those K1 suits should be illegal.
Okay, that's it. Time for bed until tomorrow. This is. I don't even want to be on the show, and it's 3 hours of the show.
We're just watching the races, Joe. Talking. Looking at Mickey
so
Rooney.
Mickey the Big Wheel.
Yes.
Ava Gardner.
Yeah. Ava Gardner. This is the truth.
Gardner.
All right.
Okay. Goodbye. I'm going to bed.
We'll see
Bye,
you later.
everybody.
See you.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was the easiest $20 I've ever made in my life. I want to give a big shout out to Mark for being a dumbass. And do we do this tomorrow?
Yeah, we can.
I guess we'll be here tomorrow watching the races, chilling, cross legs, white socks. Look at those white socks. The only thing we're missing is a chick. If I had a chick here laughing and touching and pulling boobs out for $20, you know. I mean, we got the Venmo and PayPal to make it happen. We do. If I'm still allowed here. Connie was mad. She left. There was a person there.
No,
She's mad. She wanted to know his fucking number and he wouldn't say it.
work tomorrow.
Oh my. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Hold on. Let's see what Day ran out of talent. Oh wow. You turned on your boy already. Disgusting. No loyalty. This is what Joe talks about all the time. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I guess we'll see y'all tomorrow, the rest of the weekend. Check it out, I guess. Stay tuned for the notifications. Once again, to get the notifications, subscribe to the channel. Join it. I did see we did. I believe we got a joiner to the channel. Yeah, let's see the fan funding here. We did get a fan funding situation with the channel. We got Blow Joe has joined the channel. Of course, Blow Joe track record speaks for itself. And then Blow Joe sent $5. So hey, we're racking in the dough here on the Chaz, I guess. That does matter. Even though YouTube takes 30%, it does matter. Obviously, thanks to Mark for the fun bet. We'll have to do a bet tomorrow. I don't know if I can take Corey Day against the field tomorrow. If we are doing Corey Day against the field, it's going to have to be double or nothing.
One way to do it now.
Or my 20 that you gave me versus your 40. Because I have the upper hand now, Mark. That's just how it is. Anyways, Broke Joe will probably call in and talk shit about the race as well. Jim Allen and the world of NARC will be after us. The NARCs are after us. Who knew this is how the world worked in racing, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully,
Dominic's done for the weekend. He went to the hospital.
Dominic Selzy has went to the hospital. Apparently, breaking news.
Head and chest issues.
Head and chest issues. So we'll see how that works out. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, like the video, comment, share this video around. I think it was really good. And as always, be sure to subscribe. We will catch y'all tomorrow. Not next time. Tomorrow. And it is my birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
I don't know when we'll get on here. If I'm intoxicated and can't stand straight, we may go to a bar or something for my birthday and be like, hey, you want to come and do a live show with me, girl? Hey, when you get off work. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to the bar area. We may have somebody new here tomorrow. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you tomorrow. And happy birthday. It is my birthday right now.
Yes, happy birthday.
I have turned 27.
Liar.
See you tomorrow.
Trying my hardest to stay the best, flexing on my chest, facing problems down the depths.